At this very moment, you're breathing air that was fundamentally transformed by some of the earliest life forms on Earth. The oxygen in our atmosphere, the very essence of our survival, is the result of a biological revolution that occurred over 2.4 billion years ago. This great oxygenation event was just one of the many pivotal moments in Earth's history that paved the way for the rise of dinosaurs. As you drift off to sleep tonight, let us take you on a journey through time, revealing how our planet's tumultuous past set the stage for the most fascinating creatures to ever walk the Earth. As we journey back in time to Earth's earliest days, we find ourselves confronted with a world unlike anything we know today. Imagine a planet engulfed in chaos, where the very foundations of life were yet to be laid. This was Earth 4.5 billion years ago, a molten inferno born from the swirling gas and dust of the early solar system. The young Earth was a tumultuous place, constantly bombarded by celestial bodies in a cosmic game of pinball. These impacts, combined with the intense heat from radioactive decay within the planet's core, kept Earth in a perpetual state of flux. The surface was a sea of molten rock, with no solid ground to speak of, and certainly no oceans as we know them today. Towering above this hellish landscape were volcanoes of unimaginable size, spewing forth noxious gases that formed Earth's earliest atmosphere. This primordial air was a toxic brew, rich in carbon dioxide, water vapor, and nitrogen, but devoid of the oxygen we depend on today. The sky, if one could call it that, was likely a perpetual haze of volcanic ash and steam, occasionally lit by the impacts of massive asteroids and comets. As millions of years passed, the constant barrage of impacts began to subside, allowing the planet's surface to cool ever so slightly. This cooling marked a crucial turning point in Earth's history. As the temperature dropped, the molten surface began to solidify, forming the first patches of solid ground. These proto-continents were nothing like the landmasses we know today, but they represented the beginnings of Earth's crust. With a solid surface now in place, another transformative process began. The water vapor that had been trapped in the atmosphere could finally condense, falling as rain in torrential downpours that lasted for millennia. These rains filled the lower-lying areas of the newly formed crust, creating the first oceans. These primordial seas were vastly different from our modern oceans, likely much warmer and filled with a cocktail of chemicals that would prove crucial for the emergence of life. During this period of Earth's history, a cataclysmic event occurred that would shape the planet's future in ways we are still discovering today. A Mars-sized body, which scientists have named Theia, collided with the young Earth. This impact was so massive that it ejected a significant portion of Earth's mantle and crust into space. This debris, along with material from Theia, coalesced in orbit around Earth, eventually forming our moon. The formation of the moon had profound implications for Earth's development. The gravitational pull of this new satellite helped stabilize Earth's rotational axis, leading to more consistent seasons. It also gave rise to the tidal forces that we experience today, which may have played a crucial role in the early stages of life's evolution by creating tidal pools where complex organic molecules could concentrate and interact. As Earth continued to cool and stabilize, its surface underwent constant reshaping. The heat from the planet's core drove massive convection currents in the mantle, causing the crust to crack and shift. This marked the beginning of plate tectonics, a process that continues to shape our planet today. These tectonic movements led to the formation of mountains, valleys, and deep ocean trenches, creating a diverse landscape that would later provide a variety of habitats for life to colonize. The early Earth's atmosphere gradually began to change as well. As the planet cooled, some gases like water vapor condensed out of the atmosphere, while others were outgassed from the interior through volcanic activity. This led to a thinner atmosphere, still rich in greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, which helped keep the planet warm, despite the sun being about 30% dimmer than it is today. It was in this chaotic, ever-changing environment that the stage was set for one of the most extraordinary events in our planet's history, the emergence of life. The early Earth, with its newly formed oceans, diverse mineral-rich landscapes, and dynamic atmosphere, provided the perfect crucible for the complex chemical reactions that would eventually lead to the first living organisms. The constant flux of energy from impacts, volcanic activity, and even ultraviolet radiation from the sun, due to the lack of an ozone layer, drove chemical reactions in the primordial oceans. These reactions led to the formation of complex organic molecules, the building blocks of life. In shallow seas and tidal pools, these molecules had the opportunity to concentrate and interact, potentially forming the first self-replicating systems, the precursors to life as we know it. As we venture deeper into Earth's tumultuous past, we encounter a period so harsh and unforgiving that it earned its name from the Greek god of the underworld himself. The Hadean Eon, spanning from Earth's formation to approximately 4 billion years ago, was a time of relentless chaos and transformation. Imagine a world where the very ground beneath your feet was in a constant state of flux, where the air itself was a poisonous brew, and where the concept of stability was as alien as life itself. During this hellish epoch, our planet was subjected to a cosmic barrage, unlike anything we can comprehend today. The surface of the Earth was a seething cauldron of molten rock, constantly reshaped by the merciless impact of countless meteorites. These celestial bombardments were not mere occasional events, but a constant, violent assault that defined the landscape of our young planet. Each impact sent shockwaves through the molten surface, creating ripples of destruction and reformation that would continue for millions of years. The atmosphere during the Hadean Eon was equally inhospitable. Thick clouds of toxic gases enveloped the planet, creating a greenhouse effect that would make even the most extreme modern climate scenarios pale in comparison. Volcanic activity, on a scale that dwarfs anything we see today, spewed forth noxious fumes and ash, further contributing to the oppressive atmospheric conditions. The skies, rather than the serene blue we know, were likely a turbulent mix of angry reds and murky grays, occasionally illuminated by the fiery glow of volcanic eruptions or the brilliant flash of impacting meteorites. Temperatures during this period soared to levels that would render our modern world uninhabitable. The combination of intense solar radiation, greenhouse gases, and the heat generated by constant impacts and volcanic activity created a surface environment that was literally hellish. Any water present on the surface during this time was far from the life-sustaining oceans we know today. Instead, imagine vast expanses of acidic, boiling liquid, more akin to industrial waste than the nurturing cradle of life we associate with Earth's waters. The concept of solid ground, as we understand it, was largely non-existent during the Hadean Eon. The Earth's crust, still in its infancy, was unstable and constantly changing. Massive tectonic movements, driven by the intense heat of the planet's core, caused continual reshaping of the surface. Land masses formed and were destroyed with alarming frequency, their existence often measured in mere thousands of years rather than the millions we associate with continental drift today. Yet despite these seemingly insurmountable challenges, the Hadean Eon was far from a period of stagnation. It was during this time of extreme adversity that the foundations for life as we know it were laid. The constant flux and change, while destructive in nature, also provided the crucible in which the basic elements of our world were forged. The violent impacts that scarred the planet's surface also delivered vital components, including water and organic compounds, that would later prove essential for the emergence of life. As the Eon progressed, a gradual but significant transformation began to take place. The relentless bombardment from space began to wane, allowing the planet's surface to cool and stabilize. This cooling process was crucial, as it allowed for the formation of a more solid crust, providing the first semblance of stable land on our planet. The cooling also facilitated the condensation of water vapor in the atmosphere, leading to the formation of the first persistent bodies of water on the surface. The gradual stabilization of the Earth's crust during the later stages of the Hadean Eon marked the beginning of a new chapter in our planet's history. As the surface cooled, it began to crack and shift, initiating the earliest forms of plate tectonics. This process, while still chaotic compared to modern standards, was a significant step towards the Earth we know today. The movement of these early crustal plates helped to regulate the planet's temperature and began the cycle of element redistribution that would prove vital for the development of life. The transition from the molten hellscape of the early Hadean to the slightly more stable conditions of its later stages was a pivotal moment in Earth's history. It set the stage for the chemical and physical processes that would eventually lead to the emergence of life. The cooling oceans, while still far from hospitable, provided an environment where complex chemical reactions could take place. The interplay between the newly forming atmosphere, the volatile oceans, and the unstable land created a dynamic system of energy and material exchange, laying the groundwork for the complex biochemical processes that would follow. 4. The Archean Awakening. Life takes hold. As the tumultuous Hadean Eon drew to a close, a new chapter in Earth's history was about to unfold. The Archean Eon, beginning approximately 4 billion years ago, marked a pivotal transition in our planet's evolution. During this period, the Earth's crust began to stabilize, and the first oceans formed, creating an environment where the most extraordinary event in our planet's history could occur: the emergence of life. The early Archean Earth was a world vastly different from the one we know today. While more stable than its Hadean predecessor, it remained a hostile and alien landscape by modern standards. The atmosphere lacked free oxygen, instead dominated by gases such as carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and methane. The oceans, while expansive, were far from the life-sustaining waters we know today. They were likely warm, acidic, and rich in dissolved minerals, creating a primordial soup ripe for chemical experimentation. It was in this challenging environment that the first sparks of life ignited. The exact mechanisms that led to the transition from complex organic molecules to living organisms remain one of science's greatest mysteries. However, fossil evidence suggests that life was present as early as 3.5 billion years ago, a mere 500 million years after the start of the Archean Eon. These earliest life forms were prokaryotic microorganisms, simple single-celled creatures lacking a nucleus, not dissimilar to modern bacteria. These primordial microbes were extraordinary in their ability to thrive in an oxygen-free environment. They likely obtained energy through chemosynthesis, utilizing chemical reactions involving hydrogen, sulfur, or iron compounds. As these organisms proliferated, they began to leave their mark on the geological record, creating some of the oldest known fossils on Earth. Among the most fascinating remnants of this early life are stromatolites, layered structures created by microbial communities. These formations, which can still be found in a few locations today, provide a window into the distant past. Stromatolites formed in shallow marine environments as microorganisms trapped and bound sediments, gradually building up layer upon layer over time. These structures not only showcase how simple life forms interacted with their environment, but also demonstrate the profound impact that even the smallest organisms can have on the Earth's geology. As the Archean eon progressed, a revolutionary development occurred that would forever alter the course of life on Earth: the emergence of photosynthesis. Some microorganisms evolved the ability to harness sunlight to produce energy, a process that released oxygen as a byproduct. This marked a significant evolutionary milestone, setting in motion a chain of events that would eventually transform the planet's atmosphere and pave the way for more complex life forms. The process of oxygenating the atmosphere was gradual and took place over hundreds of millions of years. Initially, the oxygen produced by these early photosynthesizers was quickly absorbed by the ocean and reacted with dissolved iron, forming iron oxide deposits. These deposits, known as banded iron formations, are a characteristic feature of Archean geology and provide evidence for the increasing influence of life on Earth's chemistry. As photosynthetic organisms continued to thrive and evolve, they slowly began to change the composition of the atmosphere. This gradual accumulation of oxygen would eventually lead to one of the most significant events in Earth's history: the Great Oxygenation Event. However, during the Archean eon, this process was just beginning, and the atmosphere remained largely anoxic. The Archean eon also witnessed significant geological developments that would shape the future of life on Earth. The formation of the first continents, or cratons, during this period was influenced by tectonic processes, including volcanic activity and sedimentation. These stable landmasses provided new habitats for life to colonize and diversify. The geological activity of the Archean eon is also evidenced by the formation of greenstone belts, regions of metamorphic rocks that are significant for understanding the early Earth's crust. These ancient rock formations provide valuable insights into the conditions and processes that shaped our planet during this crucial period. As microbial life flourished in the oceans and began to colonize new environments, it set the stage for the incredible diversity of life that would follow. The adaptations and innovations that evolved during the Archean eon laid the groundwork for all future biological developments on Earth. 5. The Great Oxygenation Event, Earth's atmospheric revolution. As microbial life flourished in the ancient oceans, a silent revolution was brewing beneath the waves. How could the tiniest organisms on the planet inadvertently engineer an atmospheric upheaval that would reshape the course of evolution? The answer lies in a microscopic innovation with planet-wide consequences: photosynthesis. About 2.4 billion years ago, Earth underwent a dramatic transformation known as the Great Oxygenation Event. This period marked a significant turning point in our planet's history, characterized by a dramatic rise in atmospheric oxygen levels. At the heart of this revolution were cyanobacteria, microscopic organisms that had evolved the ability to harness sunlight for energy production through photosynthesis. These ancient photosynthesizers played a crucial role in producing oxygen as a byproduct of their metabolic processes. As cyanobacteria proliferated in the oceans, they gradually transformed the composition of Earth's atmosphere. However, this process was far from instantaneous. The journey from an oxygen-poor environment to an oxygen-rich one took place over hundreds of millions of years. Initially, the oxygen produced by cyanobacteria was absorbed by dissolved iron in the oceans. This reaction led to the formation of banded iron formations, sedimentary deposits that serve as silent witnesses to the ancient oceanic conditions. These distinctive geological features, characterized by alternating layers of iron-rich and silica-rich sediments, provide crucial evidence for understanding the progression of Earth's oxygenation. As cyanobacteria continued their relentless production of oxygen, the oceans gradually became saturated with iron compounds. Once this saturation point was reached, excess oxygen began to accumulate in the atmosphere, triggering a cascade of significant geochemical changes on Earth. The rise in atmospheric oxygen levels created an environment conducive to the evolution of aerobic organisms, which could utilize oxygen to produce energy more efficiently than their anaerobic counterparts. The Great Oxygenation Event had far-reaching consequences for life on Earth. One of the most significant outcomes was the formation of the ozone layer. This protective shield of triatomic oxygen molecules in the upper atmosphere acts as a barrier against harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun. The establishment of the ozone layer was a crucial development that allowed life to venture beyond the safety of aquatic environments and colonize terrestrial habitats. While the oxygenation of the atmosphere set the stage for the evolution of more complex, oxygen-dependent life forms, it also had devastating consequences for many existing organisms. The rise of oxygen was toxic to numerous anaerobic life forms that had thrived in the oxygen-poor environment of early Earth. This dramatic shift in atmospheric composition triggered a mass extinction event, forcing anaerobic organisms to adapt to new niches or face extinction. The Great Oxygenation Event serves as a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of life and the environment. A metabolic process evolved by microscopic organisms ultimately reshaped the entire planet, altering its atmosphere, changing its geology, and setting the course for the evolution of complex life. This event highlights the profound impact that seemingly small biological innovations can have on a global scale. The transformation brought about by the Great Oxygenation Event was not limited to the atmosphere alone. It had far-reaching effects on Earth's geology and climate as well. The oxidation of minerals on the planet's surface led to new weathering processes, altering the composition of sediments deposited in the oceans. These changes are preserved in the geological record, providing scientists with valuable insights into the conditions of ancient Earth. Moreover, the increase in atmospheric oxygen likely contributed to global cooling. Oxygen reacted with methane, a potent greenhouse gas, reducing its concentration in the atmosphere. This change in the composition of greenhouse gases may have played a role in the onset of the Huronian glaciation, one of the longest and most severe ice ages in Earth's history. The Great Oxygenation Event also marked a turning point in the complexity of life on Earth. The availability of free oxygen in the atmosphere and oceans opened up new metabolic possibilities. Organisms that could harness the power of aerobic respiration gained a significant advantage, as this process yields much more energy than anaerobic alternatives. This energetic boost provided the foundation for the evolution of larger and more complex life forms. As we reflect on this pivotal moment in Earth's history, we are reminded of the delicate balance that exists between life and its environment. The Great Oxygenation Event demonstrates how life can fundamentally alter the conditions of its own existence, creating new opportunities while also posing challenges. It underscores the dynamic nature of our planet and the profound interconnectedness of its biological and geological systems. 6. The Cambrian explosion. Life diversifies. As the dust settled from the Great Oxygenation Event, life was poised on the brink of an evolutionary tsunami. The stage was set for a biological revolution that would forever alter the course of evolution on Earth. Around 540 million years ago, the curtain rose on one of the most dramatic acts in our planet's history, the Cambrian explosion. This pivotal period marked an unprecedented diversification of life forms, transforming Earth's oceans from a realm of simple, soft-bodied organisms into a teeming world of complex creatures. The sheer magnitude of this evolutionary burst is staggering. In a geological heartbeat, a mere 20 million years, life exploded into a dizzying array of forms never before seen on our planet. The fossil record tells a compelling story of this remarkable transformation. Key discoveries, such as the Burgess Shale, provide us with a window into this ancient world. These rich deposits showcase an astonishing variety of life forms that thrived during the Cambrian, including the early ancestors of arthropods, mollusks, echinoderms, and annelids. These fossils reveal creatures with body plans so diverse and sometimes so bizarre that they challenge our understanding of animal evolution. One of the most significant developments during this period was the emergence of hard shells, exoskeletons, and other protective structures. This innovation not only provided these early animals with defense against predators, but also enhanced their fossilization potential. As a result, the Cambrian explosion is etched into the geological record with remarkable clarity, allowing us to study these ancient life forms in unprecedented detail. The evolution of complex body plans and specialized appendages during this time opened up new possibilities for locomotion and feeding. Imagine the first jointed limbs propelling creatures through the water with newfound agility, or the first pair of compound eyes scanning the environment for prey or predators. These adaptations allowed organisms to exploit their environment in ways that were previously impossible, driving further diversification and complexity. Perhaps one of the most profound developments of the Cambrian explosion was the introduction of predation on a large scale. For the first time in Earth's history, organisms evolved the ability to actively hunt and consume other complex life forms. This evolutionary innovation likely sparked an evolutionary arms race between predator and prey, driving rapid adaptations on both sides. Prey species developed harder shells, spines, and other defensive structures, while predators evolved more sophisticated hunting strategies and stronger jaws. As new species emerged and diversified, they created and filled novel ecological niches. This led to the establishment of complex food webs and ecosystems that fundamentally altered the dynamics of life on Earth. The oceans of the Cambrian period would have been a sight to behold, a bustling underwater world teeming with life forms of all shapes and sizes, each carving out its own unique place in the ecosystem. The causes of the Cambrian explosion remain a subject of intense scientific debate. Some researchers suggest that environmental factors such as changes in ocean chemistry or increases in atmospheric oxygen levels may have played a crucial role. Others point to genetic or developmental innovations that unlocked new evolutionary possibilities. Most likely, it was a combination of these factors and others that we have yet to uncover. What is clear, however, is the profound impact of this period on the trajectory of life on our planet. The Cambrian explosion not only marked a phase of unparalleled biological diversity, but also laid the foundational framework for modern ecosystems. Many of the major animal groups we recognize today trace their origins to this pivotal time in Earth's history. As we reflect on the Cambrian explosion, we are reminded of the dynamic and often unpredictable nature of evolution. Life, given the right conditions and enough time, has a remarkable ability to innovate and diversify. The rapid emergence of complex life forms during this period serves as a testament to the creative power of evolutionary processes. 7. Conquering the land, the rise of plants. As the Cambrian explosion reshaped marine ecosystems, a silent revolution was brewing on the shores of ancient Earth. Around 430 million years ago, during the Silurian period, plants embarked on an extraordinary journey that would forever alter the face of our planet. These pioneering organisms, descendants of aquatic algae, were about to attempt the seemingly impossible, conquering the harsh and unforgiving terrestrial realm. The transition from water to land presented a myriad of challenges for these early plant colonizers. Imagine a world devoid of the lush greenery we know today, a barren, inhospitable landscape where survival seemed implausible. The first land plants faced the constant threat of desiccation, the need for structural support in the absence of buoyancy provided by water, and the puzzle of how to reproduce in this alien environment. These early terrestrial plants were far from the towering trees or flowering plants we're familiar with today. Instead, they were simple, non-vascular organisms that bore a closer resemblance to modern mosses and liverworts. These diminutive pioneers clung to life in moist environments, hugging the ground and rarely growing more than a few centimeters tall. Yet, their modest appearance belied the revolutionary adaptations they were developing. One of the most crucial innovations that allowed plants to survive on land was the development of a waxy cuticle. This thin, protective layer coated the surface of the plant, serving as a barrier against excessive water loss. In the unforgiving terrestrial environment, where moisture was no longer a constant, this adaptation proved invaluable. The cuticle allowed plants to retain precious water while still permitting gas exchange necessary for photosynthesis. As these early land plants established themselves, they began to evolve more complex structures. The development of rudimentary anchoring systems marked a significant milestone in their terrestrial conquest. These primitive root-like structures, while far less sophisticated than the extensive root networks of modern plants, served a dual purpose. They not only helped secure the plant to the ground, preventing it from being easily uprooted, but also began to play a role in nutrient absorption from the soil. Perhaps one of the most transformative adaptations in the history of plant evolution was the development of vascular tissues. These specialized structures revolutionized the way plants transported water and nutrients throughout their bodies. The evolution of xylem and phloem allowed for more efficient internal distribution systems, enabling plants to grow taller and colonize a wider range of habitats. This innovation set the stage for the diverse array of plant forms we see today, from towering redwoods to sprawling ferns. The colonization of land by plants had far-reaching consequences that extended well beyond the vegetable kingdom. As plants spread across the terrestrial landscape, they began to fundamentally alter the environment around them. Their presence helped stabilize soils, reducing erosion and creating more hospitable conditions for other organisms. The roots of these early plants contributed to the weathering of rocks, accelerating the process of soil formation and nutrient cycling. Moreover, the spread of land plants had a profound impact on the Earth's atmosphere. Through photosynthesis, these pioneers began to produce oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide on a large scale. While this process had been ongoing in the oceans for millions of years, the terrestrial plant revolution amplified its effects. Over time, this would contribute to significant changes in the planet's climate and atmospheric composition. The establishment of plants on land also created new ecological niches and opportunities for other organisms. As plant communities became more complex, they provided novel habitats and food sources. This set the stage for the subsequent diversification of terrestrial animal life, including the ancestors of modern insects, arachnids, and eventually vertebrates. The evolutionary journey of early land plants was marked by continuous innovation and adaptation. Each new feature, from water-conserving strategies to more efficient reproductive methods, opened up new possibilities for growth and diversification. These adaptations laid the groundwork for the incredible diversity of plant life we see today, from the smallest mosses to the most complex flowering plants. 8. From fins to feet, the evolution of tetrapods. As plants transformed the terrestrial landscape, another revolutionary change was unfolding beneath the waves. Around 375 million years ago, during the Devonian period, certain fish began to develop adaptations that would eventually allow them to venture onto land. This remarkable transition marked the beginning of a new chapter in the history of life on Earth, setting the stage for the emergence of all terrestrial vertebrates, including the mighty dinosaurs that would come to dominate the planet millions of years later. The protagonists of this evolutionary tale were the lobe-finned fish, a group of aquatic vertebrates that possessed fleshy, muscular fins. These fins, unlike the thin, ray-like structures of many modern fish, contained bones and muscles that provided a sturdy foundation for supporting weight. This unique anatomical feature would prove crucial in the transition from an aquatic to a terrestrial lifestyle, as environmental pressures pushed these pioneering fish to explore shallow waters and temporary pools. Their bodies began to change in response to the new challenges they faced. The evolution of sturdy limbs and digits was a gradual process, occurring over millions of years. These developing appendages allowed early tetrapods to push themselves along the bottom of shallow waters and eventually to prop themselves up on land. Importantly, these adaptations did not immediately render the animals landlocked. Instead, they retained the ability to swim, showcasing the gradual nature of this evolutionary transition. One of the most significant challenges in the move from water to land was the ability to breathe air. The development of lungs alongside gills was a crucial adaptation that enabled these early tetrapods to extract oxygen from the atmosphere. This dual respiratory system allowed them to venture onto land for short periods while still being able to return to the water. Over time, as some lineages became more terrestrial, the role of gills diminished, and lungs became the primary means of respiration. The transition to land also required significant changes in skull structure and sensory organs. The flat skull of early tetrapods, exemplified by fossils such as Tiktaalik, allowed for greater mobility and the ability to raise the head above water. This adaptation was crucial for detecting prey and navigating in a terrestrial environment. Additionally, the development of a neck, another feature seen in Tiktaalik, provided even greater head mobility, a characteristic absent in most fish. The evolutionary journey from fish to tetrapod is beautifully illustrated by transitional fossils that bridge the gap between aquatic and terrestrial life. Tiktaalik, often referred to as a fishapod, is one such remarkable example. This creature possessed features of both fish and early tetrapods, including a flat skull, a neck, and fin-like limbs with primitive wrist bones. These characteristics paint a vivid picture of an animal adapted to life in shallow waters, capable of supporting its head above the surface and possibly making brief forays onto land. Another significant transitional fossil is Acanthostega, which lived around 365 million years ago. This early tetrapod displayed well-developed limbs with digits, indicating a more advanced stage in the evolution of terrestrial locomotion. However, its limbs were not yet capable of supporting its full weight on land, suggesting that Acanthostega still spent much of its time in water. The presence of both lungs and gills in Acanthostega further underscores the gradual nature of the water-to-land transition. The driving forces behind this monumental transition were likely multifaceted. Changing habitats, such as the drying up of shallow waters, may have encouraged fish to explore terrestrial environments. Additionally, the abundance of food resources on land, including plants and insects, could have provided a strong incentive for aquatic vertebrates to venture ashore. As these early tetrapods adapted to terrestrial life, they began to occupy new ecological niches, setting the stage for further diversification. The diversity of early tetrapods, including species like Acanthostega and Ichthyostega, showcases the various ecological roles these organisms played as they adapted to both aquatic and terrestrial environments. Some may have been primarily aquatic predators that occasionally ventured onto land, while others might have spent more time in terrestrial habitats, returning to water only to breed or escape predators. 9. The Permian-Triassic extinction, life's greatest crisis. As the early tetrapods explored their newfound terrestrial domain, an unprecedented crisis loomed on the horizon. about 252 million years ago, Earth experienced its most severe mass extinction event, known as the Great Dying. This catastrophic period would reshape the planet's ecosystems and set the stage for an entirely new chapter in our world's biological history. The Permian-Triassic extinction event was a global catastrophe of unimaginable proportions. In less than 100,000 years, a mere blink of an eye in geological terms, up to 97% of marine species and about 75% of terrestrial vertebrates vanished from the face of the Earth. This rapid and severe impact on global ecosystems left an indelible mark on the planet's biodiversity. The causes of this extinction remain a subject of scientific debate, with multiple factors likely contributing to the global catastrophe. One of the primary culprits was intense volcanic activity in what is now Siberia. These massive eruptions released vast amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, triggering a cascade of environmental changes that would prove devastating for life on Earth. As greenhouse gases accumulated in the atmosphere, global temperatures rose dramatically. This rapid warming had far-reaching consequences for both terrestrial and marine ecosystems. On land, increasing temperatures and aridification led to the collapse of many terrestrial environments. Plants and animals that had evolved to thrive in the lush Permian landscapes found themselves ill-equipped to survive in this new, harsh reality. The oceans, too, faced unprecedented challenges. As atmospheric carbon dioxide levels soared, much of this gas dissolved into the world's oceans, leading to widespread ocean acidification. This chemical change made it difficult for marine organisms to build and maintain their calcium carbonate shells and skeletons. Simultaneously, the warming waters lost their ability to hold dissolved oxygen, resulting in vast dead zones where marine life could no longer survive. The combination of these factors, volcanic eruptions, climate change, ocean acidification, and anoxia, created a hostile environment that made survival challenging for many species. The rapid pace of change left little time for organisms to adapt, leading to a significant loss of biodiversity across the globe. However, the Permian-Triassic extinction event was not uniform across all species. Fossil evidence indicates that some groups were more resilient and better adapted to the changing conditions. These survivors would play a crucial role in the aftermath of the extinction, rapidly evolving to fill the newly vacated ecological niches. Among the survivors were early archosaurs and other reptiles. These creatures were well positioned to adapt and thrive in the drastically altered environments of the post-extinction world. Their success would ultimately pave the way for the rise of the dinosaurs, which would come to dominate terrestrial ecosystems for the next 165 million years. The aftermath of the Permian-Triassic extinction left many ecological niches empty, creating unprecedented opportunities for surviving organisms. This period of recovery and adaptation would lead to remarkable evolutionary innovations as life once again began to diversify and flourish in the wake of catastrophe. The Permian-Triassic extinction event serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance that exists in Earth's ecosystems. It demonstrates the profound impact that global environmental changes can have on the planet's biodiversity, yet it also highlights the resilience of life itself. Despite facing near-total annihilation, life on Earth persevered, adapted, and eventually gave rise to new and diverse forms. 10. Dawn of the dinosaurs, from humble beginnings to dominance. As the Earth rebounded from the brink of total annihilation, a new chapter in its history was about to unfold. The stage was set for the rise of a group of creatures that would come to dominate the planet for over 160 million years. But who could have predicted that the future rulers of the Earth would emerge from such humble origins? The late Triassic period, approximately 230 million years ago, marked the dawn of the dinosaurs. These early representatives of what would become an iconic lineage were a far cry from the colossal beasts that often capture our imagination. Instead, they were small, nimble creatures that bore little resemblance to their future descendants. Among the earliest known dinosaurs were species like Eoraptor and Herrerasaurus, both of which were relatively lightweight and agile, roughly the size of a modern dog. These pioneering dinosaurs possessed a suite of adaptations that would prove crucial to their evolutionary success. One of the most significant was their upright posture, with limbs positioned directly beneath their bodies. This seemingly simple arrangement allowed for more efficient movement and would later support the massive body sizes of their descendants. The bipedal stance of early dinosaurs like Eoraptor not only enhanced their mobility, but also freed up their forelimbs for other purposes, setting the stage for the diverse array of body plans that would evolve in later dinosaur lineages. As these early dinosaurs began to diversify, they encountered a world shaped by the aftermath of the Permian-Triassic extinction event. The climate during this period was characterized by arid conditions, and the Earth's land masses were united in the supercontinent Pangaea. This unique geographical configuration provided numerous ecological niches for adaptation, spurring the rapid diversification of dinosaur species. The evolutionary journey of dinosaurs from small, unassuming reptiles to dominant terrestrial vertebrates was marked by a dynamic interplay between environmental changes and biological adaptations. As they evolved, dinosaurs began to fill various ecological roles, from small insectivores to larger herbivores and carnivores. This diversification was aided by the extinction of other large reptilian groups at the end of the Triassic period, which created new opportunities for dinosaurs to expand their influence. One of the most remarkable aspects of dinosaur evolution was the incredible range of body sizes they developed over time. From the diminutive Compsognathus, which was no larger than a chicken, to the colossal sauropods that would later emerge, dinosaurs demonstrated an unparalleled ability to adapt to different ecological niches. This diversity in body shapes and sizes laid the groundwork for the various dinosaur lineages that would evolve and thrive during the subsequent Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. The success of dinosaurs can be attributed to a combination of factors. Their efficient respiratory systems, which likely included air sacs similar to those found in modern birds, allowed for better oxygenation of their bodies. This adaptation would have been particularly advantageous as they grew larger and more active. Additionally, the diversity of their diets and feeding strategies enabled them to exploit a wide range of food sources, from tough vegetation to other animals. As dinosaurs continued to evolve and diversify, they developed a fascinating array of adaptations for feeding, defense, and social behavior. Some herbivorous species evolved complex dental batteries for processing tough plant material, while carnivores developed powerful jaws and serrated teeth for dispatching prey. Defensive adaptations ranged from thick, bony plates and spikes to camouflage and herd behavior. The evolutionary innovations that allowed dinosaurs to thrive in diverse environments were not limited to physical adaptations. Evidence suggests that some dinosaur species developed complex social behaviors, including herding and potentially even pack hunting. These social strategies would have provided significant advantages in terms of protection from predators and success in hunting or foraging. 11. Dining with dinosaurs, adaptations for herbivory and carnivory. As dinosaurs evolved complex social behaviors, they simultaneously developed an astonishing diversity of feeding mechanisms. Imagine a world where the difference between life and death hinged on the shape of your teeth or the length of your neck. For dinosaurs, this was not a hypothetical scenario, but a daily reality that drove the evolution of some of the most extraordinary feeding adaptations in Earth's history. The challenge of obtaining sufficient nutrition to sustain their often massive bodies was a driving force behind the evolution of specialized feeding structures in dinosaurs. This evolutionary arms race of eating adaptations would ultimately shape the very face of prehistoric ecosystems, leading to a remarkable array of dietary strategies that allowed dinosaurs to exploit virtually every available food source. Among herbivorous dinosaurs, we find some of the most impressive adaptations. These plant eaters faced the daunting task of processing vast quantities of tough vegetation to fuel their enormous frames. To meet this challenge, they developed a variety of specialized structures. Triceratops and its relatives, for instance, possessed flat, broad teeth designed for grinding and chewing tough plant material. Their jaws were structured for lateral movement, allowing them to effectively process vegetation in a manner not dissimilar to modern herbivorous mammals. Perhaps even more remarkable were the hadrosaurs, or duck-billed dinosaurs. These herbivores possessed complex dental batteries that allowed them to grind tough plant material with unprecedented efficiency. These intricate structures consisted of multiple rows of teeth that were continually replaced as they wore down, ensuring that the dinosaur always had a fresh grinding surface available. This adaptation was so effective that it rivaled and in some ways surpassed the dental structures of modern herbivores. The quest for plant-based nutrition didn't stop at teeth, however. The digestive systems of herbivorous dinosaurs evolved to handle the challenges of breaking down plant cellulose, with many species exhibiting elongation of their gastrointestinal tracts to maximize nutrient absorption. Some dinosaurs are believed to have had specialized stomachs that facilitated the fermentation of plant materials, akin to modern ruminants. This adaptation would have helped them extract nutrients from even the toughest vegetation, allowing them to thrive in environments where other animals might struggle to find sustenance. On the other end of the dietary spectrum, carnivorous dinosaurs developed their own set of impressive adaptations. Predators like Tyrannosaurus rex and Velociraptor evolved sharp, serrated teeth suitable for slicing through flesh. Their jaws often featured a more forward motion, conducive to capturing and holding onto struggling prey. These adaptations, combined with powerful neck muscles and robust skulls, allowed carnivorous dinosaurs to dispatch their prey efficiently and extract maximum nutrition from their kills. The hunting strategies employed by carnivorous dinosaurs were as varied as their dental adaptations. Some, like Velociraptor, relied on agility and stealth to ambush their prey, using their sharp claws and teeth to quickly overwhelm smaller animals. Others, such as Deinonychus, may have employed pack hunting tactics, working together to bring down larger prey. This diversity of hunting strategies allowed carnivorous dinosaurs to exploit a wide range of prey species, from small mammals to other dinosaurs. Interestingly, not all dinosaur feeding adaptations fit neatly into the categories of herbivore or carnivore. Some dinosaurs developed unusual adaptations that blur the line between these dietary strategies. Therizinosaurus, for example, possessed enormous claws that might seem more suited to a predator. However, fossil evidence suggests that these bizarre appendages were primarily used for gathering vegetation, indicating that even the most unexpected adaptations can lead to successful feeding strategies. The biomechanics of dinosaur jaws varied significantly between herbivores and carnivores, reflecting their different dietary needs. Herbivorous dinosaurs often had larger, bulkier bodies supported by strong limbs, allowing them to carry the weight of their extensive digestive systems. Carnivorous dinosaurs, in contrast, were often built for speed and agility, with bodies adapted for pursuing and subduing prey. It's worth noting that the ability of herbivorous dinosaurs to consume vast amounts of plant material daily was essential for sustaining their massive body sizes and energy needs. This capacity to exploit available food sources on an enormous scale was a key factor in the success of dinosaurs as a group, allowing them to dominate terrestrial ecosystems for over 160 million years. 12. Armored giants, defensive adaptations of dinosaurs. Imagine a world where your very skin could be a shield and your tail a deadly weapon. For many herbivorous dinosaurs, this wasn't science fiction, but an everyday reality. The massive bodies of these gentle giants, while efficient for processing vast quantities of plant matter, presented a significant vulnerability. Yet, some evolved into nature's tanks, bristling with spikes, plates, and clubs. What sparked this transformation, and how did it alter the balance of power in prehistoric ecosystems? The story of dinosaur defensive adaptations is a testament to the power of evolutionary pressure. As predators became more sophisticated in their hunting techniques, their prey responded with increasingly elaborate defensive structures. This arms race shaped the course of dinosaur evolution, leading to some of the most remarkable anatomical features in the history of life on Earth. One of the most iconic examples of these defensive adaptations is found in Stegosaurus. This herbivorous dinosaur developed a series of large, bony plates along its back, which served multiple functions. While these plates likely played a role in thermoregulation, they also served as a formidable defense against predators. The plates may have made Stegosaurus appear larger and more intimidating, potentially deterring attacks. Moreover, these structures weren't just for show, they could have been used for intraspecific communication, signaling health and readiness to mate among individuals. But Stegosaurus had more than just plates in its defensive arsenal. Its tail, equipped with sharp spikes and known as the thagomizer, was a potent weapon. When threatened, Stegosaurus could swing its tail with tremendous force, delivering powerful blows to would-be predators. This combination of passive and active defenses made Stegosaurus a challenging target for even the most determined carnivores. Another master of defense was Ankylosaurus, often referred to as a living tank. This dinosaur took armored protection to new heights, with its body covered in bony plates that formed an impenetrable shield. But Ankylosaurus didn't stop there. Its tail ended in a massive, bony club capable of delivering devastating strikes. This club served as a formidable deterrent to predators, potentially capable of breaking bones or inflicting severe internal injuries with a single blow. The ceratopsians, including the famous Triceratops, developed their own unique set of defensive adaptations. These dinosaurs evolved large frills and impressive horns, which served dual purposes. While these structures were undoubtedly useful for defense against predators, they also played important social roles within herds. The frills and horns may have been used in mate selection and maintaining social cohesion, showcasing how defensive adaptations could serve multiple functions in dinosaur societies. In the case of Triceratops, the frill may have provided a protective barrier for the vulnerable neck region during predator attacks. Meanwhile, its sharp horns were likely used to deter predators and engage in combat with rivals. This combination of defense and display demonstrates the complex interplay between survival strategies and social behaviors in dinosaur evolution. Not all defensive adaptations were as visually striking as horns and armor. Some dinosaurs, such as Parasaurolophus, may have used their elaborate head crests for visual and auditory communication. These structures could have played a crucial role in warning herd members of approaching danger, highlighting how physical adaptations could facilitate complex social behaviors and enhance group survival strategies. It's important to note that these defensive adaptations often came at a cost. The heavy armor of Ankylosaurus and the large size of many herbivorous dinosaurs limited their agility and speed. This trade-off led to the development of different survival strategies among herbivorous dinosaurs. While some relied on their armor and weapons for protection, others may have depended more on herd behavior or the ability to detect and flee from predators early. The effectiveness of these defensive adaptations varied depending on the ecological context. As herbivores developed more sophisticated defenses, predatory dinosaurs likely evolved strategies to circumvent them. Some may have targeted weaker points in the armor or employed pack-hunting tactics to overwhelm even the most well-defended prey. This ongoing evolutionary arms race drove the development of increasingly complex predator-prey relationships, shaping the dynamics of prehistoric ecosystems. The diverse array of defensive structures in dinosaurs provides a fascinating window into the evolutionary processes that shaped life during the Mesozoic era. From the bony plates of Stegosaurus to the club-like tail of Ankylosaurus, each adaptation tells a story of survival in a world where danger lurked around every corner. These structures not only protected individual dinosaurs, but also influenced their social behaviors, mating practices, and overall ecological roles. 13. Dinosaur societies, evidence for complex social behaviors. Beyond the towering frames and fearsome teeth, a hidden facet of dinosaur life was unfolding beneath the surface. What if these prehistoric giants weren't just solitary warriors, but members of complex societies? The fossil record hints at a world where dinosaurs may have been far more socially sophisticated than we ever imagined, challenging our perceptions of these ancient creatures. Fossilized trackways have emerged as compelling evidence for group behavior among certain dinosaur species. These preserved footprints, etched in stone over millions of years, reveal multiple sets of tracks moving in the same direction. This pattern suggests that some dinosaurs traveled together, potentially in herds, mirroring behaviors observed in modern animals. Such coordinated movement implies a level of social organization that goes beyond mere chance encounters. Further evidence for dinosaur sociality comes from the discovery of bone beds, areas where a large number of fossils from the same species are concentrated. These assemblages often include individuals of various ages, painting a picture of dinosaur communities that lived and died together. The presence of different age groups within these bone beds suggests that these weren't just temporary gatherings, but potentially long-term social structures. These dinosaurs may have banded together for protection against predators or to enhance their reproductive success, strategies still employed by many animals today. Nesting sites provide another fascinating glimpse into dinosaur social behavior. Paleontologists have uncovered areas where multiple nests are located in close proximity, indicating that certain dinosaur species engaged in communal nesting. This behavior is particularly intriguing, as it suggests a level of sociality not commonly attributed to reptiles. The clustering of nests hints at potential cooperation among individuals, perhaps for the purpose of shared vigilance against predators or even collaborative care of offspring. Some theropod dinosaurs evolved features that may have served as social signals. Elaborate feathers or decorative crests could have functioned as visual displays, much like the colorful plumage of modern birds. These adaptations might have played crucial roles in communication among individuals, potentially indicating health, fitness, or readiness to mate. The presence of such features suggests that visual communication was an important aspect of dinosaur social interactions. Communication likely extended beyond visual cues. Research into dinosaur skull structures indicates that some species were capable of producing sounds, not unlike modern birds and crocodilians. These vocalizations could have carried over long distances, facilitating communication within herds or between distant individuals. The ability to produce and interpret complex sounds would have been a valuable asset in maintaining social cohesion and coordinating group activities. The social behaviors exhibited by dinosaurs may have been a key factor in their evolutionary success. Herding and communal nesting could have enhanced survival rates through collective protection against predators. Additionally, group living may have increased reproductive success by providing safer environments for raising offspring and potentially allowing for shared parental care. Comparisons with modern birds and reptiles offer valuable insights into possible dinosaur social structures. Many contemporary bird species exhibit complex social behaviors, from cooperative breeding to intricate mating rituals. By studying these living relatives of dinosaurs, paleontologists can make informed inferences about the social lives of their extinct predecessors. Evidence of more complex behaviors, such as dominance hierarchies or cooperative hunting, can be inferred from subtler clues in the fossil record. Tooth marks on bones, for instance, can suggest interactions among individuals that might be linked to competition for resources or social hierarchies within groups. While direct evidence for such behaviors is limited, the accumulation of indirect clues paints a picture of dinosaur societies that were far from simple. The social lives of dinosaurs likely varied greatly between species, just as we see in modern animals. Some may have been relatively solitary, coming together only to mate, while others lived in complex, multi-generational herds. The diversity of dinosaur social structures would have played a significant role in shaping the ecosystems of the Mesozoic era, influencing everything from feeding patterns to migration routes. 14. Taking to the skies, the evolution of flight in dinosaurs. As the Mesozoic era unfolded, a remarkable transformation was taking place among certain dinosaur lineages. While many of their relatives remained firmly rooted to the ground, a select group of small theropods embarked on an extraordinary journey that would ultimately conquer the skies. This transition from terrestrial to aerial locomotion represents one of the most fascinating chapters in the evolutionary history of dinosaurs, culminating in the diverse avian life we see today. The story of flight in dinosaurs began with the development of features that initially served purposes unrelated to aerial movement. Feathers, which would later become crucial for powered flight, likely originated as insulation or for display. These early feathered dinosaurs, such as the renowned Archaeopteryx, exhibited an intriguing mix of reptilian and avian characteristics, providing a tantalizing glimpse into the gradual nature of this evolutionary process. As these proto-birds continued to evolve, their bodies underwent significant modifications to accommodate the demands of an airborne lifestyle. One of the most crucial adaptations was the development of lightweight bone structures. Hollow bones, a characteristic shared by modern birds, allowed these dinosaurs to reduce their overall mass while maintaining structural integrity. This weight reduction was essential for overcoming the constraints of gravity and achieving sustained flight. Alongside changes in bone density, these evolving dinosaurs experienced alterations in their skeletal structure. The fusion of clavicles to form a wishbone or furcula provided enhanced support for flight muscles and improved wing strength. This adaptation allowed for more powerful and controlled movements in the air, a critical factor in the development of true powered flight. The transition from ground to sky was not a sudden leap, but rather a series of incremental steps. Fossil evidence suggests that early stages of flight may have involved gliding or parachuting behaviors. These intermediate forms of aerial locomotion likely provided evolutionary advantages in escaping predators or accessing new food sources, driving the continued refinement of flight-related adaptations. One particularly intriguing example of the diverse experiments in dinosaur flight is found in Microraptor, a small dromaeosaurid that possessed 4 wings. This unique configuration with feathered limbs on both its arms and legs hints at the varied approaches to conquering the air that emerged during this period of rapid evolution. While Microraptor's exact mode of aerial locomotion remains a subject of debate among paleontologists, its existence underscores the innovative pathways explored by dinosaurs in their quest for flight. As these airborne dinosaurs continued to evolve, they developed increasingly specialized adaptations for life in the skies. Changes in muscle structure, particularly the enlargement of breast muscles, provided the power necessary for sustained flight. This increase in muscle mass was balanced by further reductions in body weight through the loss of heavy skeletal features like long, bony tails. The refinement of feather structure played a crucial role in the optimization of flight capabilities. Early feathers, primarily used for insulation or display, gradually evolved into more aerodynamic forms. The development of asymmetrical feathers with a rigid leading edge and flexible trailing edge allowed for improved lift and maneuverability in flight. This adaptation, combined with changes in wing shape and size, enabled these dinosaurs to achieve increasingly efficient and controlled aerial locomotion. As flight capabilities improved, these airborne dinosaurs began to exploit new ecological niches. The ability to fly opened up access to food sources and habitats previously unavailable to their ground-dwelling ancestors. This expansion into new environments likely drove further specialization and diversification, setting the stage for the remarkable variety of flying creatures that would evolve in the coming millions of years. The evolutionary journey from small, feathered theropods to the birds we see today was not a linear progression, but rather a complex branching process. Many different lineages of flying dinosaurs emerged, each exploring unique adaptations and lifestyles. Some retained more primitive features, while others developed highly specialized adaptations for specific ecological roles. 15. Giants of the Mesozoic: how dinosaurs grew to enormous sizes. As the Mesozoic era unfolded, a remarkable transformation was taking place among certain dinosaur lineages. While some of their relatives took to the skies, another group pursued a different path to evolutionary success. These dinosaurs embarked on a journey of gigantism, ultimately becoming the largest land animals to ever walk the earth. The sauropods, with their impossibly long necks and massive bodies, stand as a testament to the extraordinary adaptability of dinosaurs and the unique conditions of the Mesozoic that allowed for such enormous growth. Imagine a creature so massive that its footsteps shook the earth, yet possessed a skeleton lighter than you might expect. Sauropods like Argentinosaurus reached lengths of over 30 meters and weights of up to 80 tons, dwarfing even the largest modern land animals. But how did these walking skyscrapers overcome the significant physiological and biomechanical challenges presented by such enormous sizes? The answer lies in a remarkable set of adaptations that pushed the boundaries of terrestrial animal growth. At the core of their success was a unique skeletal structure designed to minimize weight while providing strength. The limb bones of sauropods resembled thick pillars, efficiently distributing weight and reducing stress on their skeletal systems. This ingenious design allowed them to support their massive bodies without buckling under the immense pressure. Perhaps even more fascinating was the structure of their vertebral column. Sauropods possessed a lightweight spine, with many of their vertebrae being hollow and filled with air sacs, similar to structures found in modern birds. This adaptation significantly decreased the overall mass of their skeletons without compromising structural integrity. The result was a backbone that could support the tremendous length of their necks while remaining surprisingly light. Speaking of those iconic long necks, they served a crucial purpose beyond their striking appearance. The elongated necks of sauropods allowed them to reach high vegetation, accessing food sources that were out of reach for other herbivores. This advantage came with its own set of challenges, however. To support the weight and length of their necks, sauropods developed specialized cervical vertebrae that were both strong and lightweight. But a lightweight skeleton was just one piece of the puzzle. To sustain their enormous bodies, sauropods needed to process vast amounts of plant material. Their large bellies housed extensive digestive organs, essential for breaking down and extracting nutrients from the tough vegetation of the Mesozoic. This efficient digestive system allowed them to maximize the energy gained from their plant-based diet, fueling their massive frames. Oxygenating such enormous bodies presented another significant challenge. How did these giants ensure that every cell received the oxygen it needed? While direct evidence is limited, some theories suggest that sauropods likely had efficient respiratory systems, possibly similar to those of birds. This adaptation may have allowed for better oxygenation of their massive bodies, facilitating their enormous size. The presence of air sacs throughout their bodies, as evidenced by their hollow vertebrae, supports this hypothesis. The evolution of gigantism in sauropods wasn't just about overcoming physiological limitations. It also provided distinct advantages. Some theories suggest that their sheer size may have served as a defense against predation. Even the largest carnivorous dinosaurs would have thought twice before attacking a fully grown sauropod. The energy required for such an attack, coupled with the risk of injury, made adult sauropods a formidable and often impractical target for predators. However, achieving and maintaining such enormous sizes required abundant resources. The Mesozoic era provided just that, with its warm climate and lush vegetation. This rich plant life allowed sauropods to consume the vast amounts of food necessary to meet their daily energy needs. The growth rates of these large dinosaurs were significant, as they could achieve sizes that offered advantages in survival and reproduction. Their rapid growth during early life stages was key to their success, allowing them to quickly outgrow the vulnerable juvenile phase. The environmental conditions during the Mesozoic played a crucial role in facilitating the evolution of giant dinosaurs. The warm climate and presence of lush vegetation provided the necessary resources for their growth and survival. These conditions created a perfect storm of factors that allowed sauropods to push the boundaries of terrestrial animal size. 16. The Great Extinction, the end of the dinosaur era. As the Mesozoic era reached its zenith, an astronomical collision course was set in motion that would forever alter the trajectory of life on Earth. Approximately 66 million years ago, a cataclysmic event brought the 165-million-year reign of the dinosaurs to an abrupt and dramatic end. This mass extinction event, known as the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction, would reshape the planet's ecosystems and pave the way for the rise of entirely new forms of life. The primary culprit behind this devastating extinction event was a massive asteroid impact. Evidence for this cosmic collision lies buried beneath the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, where the Chicxulub crater stretches over 180 kilometers in diameter. This immense scar on the Earth's surface serves as a stark reminder of the power unleashed when an extraterrestrial body collided with our planet. The immediate aftermath of the impact was nothing short of apocalyptic. The collision triggered a series of catastrophic events that rippled across the globe. Massive tsunamis would have scoured coastlines, while widespread wildfires raged across vast swathes of land. Perhaps most significantly, the impact ejected an enormous amount of debris into the atmosphere, creating a scenario akin to a nuclear winter. This shroud of dust and particulate matter enveloped the Earth, dramatically reducing the amount of sunlight reaching the surface. The resulting darkness and plummeting temperatures severely disrupted photosynthesis, leading to a collapse of plant life. This breakdown at the base of the food chain had dire consequences, particularly for herbivorous dinosaurs that relied on vegetation for sustenance. As if the asteroid impact wasn't enough, the Earth was simultaneously grappling with another geological menace. In the region of present-day India, a series of massive volcanic eruptions in the Deccan Traps were spewing vast quantities of gases into the atmosphere. These volcanic emissions, rich in carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, contributed to long-term climatic shifts and the formation of acid rain, further stressing already vulnerable ecosystems. The combination of these factors, the immediate devastation of the impact, the ensuing global cooling, and the long-term effects of volcanic activity created an environment that many species simply couldn't survive. However, the extinction event was notably selective in its devastation. While non-avian dinosaurs and marine reptiles were particularly hard hit, other groups demonstrated remarkable resilience. Certain lineages of mammals and birds managed to weather the storm, adapting to the dramatically altered post-extinction landscape. These survivors would go on to diversify and evolve, eventually giving rise to the rich tapestry of life we see today. The ability of these groups to endure such extreme conditions speaks to the incredible adaptability of life and the often unpredictable nature of evolutionary processes. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for the asteroid impact theory comes from a layer of iridium-rich clay found at the Cretaceous-Paleogene boundary in various locations around the world. Iridium, an element rare on Earth's surface but common in asteroids, serves as a chemical fingerprint of this cosmic collision. Its presence in this boundary layer provides a tangible link between the geological record and the catastrophic events that unfolded 66 million years ago. In the wake of the extinction, the world was a drastically different place. The once dominant dinosaurs, save for the lineage that would evolve into modern birds, had vanished. In their absence, new opportunities arose for the surviving species. Mammals, which had long lived in the shadow of the dinosaurs, found themselves in a world ripe for exploration and adaptation. The Paleogene period that followed saw an explosion of mammalian diversity. Small, nocturnal creatures that had once scurried beneath the feet of dinosaurs now had the freedom to evolve into a wide array of forms, eventually giving rise to the diverse array of mammals we see today, from tiny shrews to massive whales. 17. Living dinosaurs, the avian legacy. As the dust settled on a world forever changed by catastrophe, one lineage of dinosaurs clung to existence, ultimately transforming into a diverse group that now inhabits every continent. The survivors of the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event carried forward the legacy of their ancestors, evolving into the feathered creatures we know today as birds. This remarkable evolutionary journey has left us with living dinosaurs in our midst, offering a unique window into the distant past. The connection between birds and dinosaurs is not merely a fanciful notion, but a scientific fact supported by extensive fossil evidence and genetic studies. Birds are the direct descendants of a group of theropod dinosaurs, making them essentially modern-day dinosaurs. This link has been solidified by recent discoveries of feathered dinosaur fossils, revealing that many dinosaurs were covered in feathers long before the emergence of birds as we know them today. These feathers, once thought to be unique to birds, likely served multiple functions in their dinosaur ancestors. Initially, they may have provided insulation or acted as display structures for communication and mate attraction. Over time, some dinosaur lineages adapted these feathers for flight, leading to the evolution of powered flight in birds. This gradual transition from ground-dwelling theropods to airborne avians is a testament to the incredible adaptability of life. The anatomical similarities between birds and their theropod ancestors are striking. Both groups share hollow bones, a feature that reduces weight while maintaining strength, a crucial adaptation for flight. The presence of a wishbone or furcula in both birds and certain theropod dinosaurs further emphasizes their close relationship. These shared skeletal structures highlight the evolutionary innovations that occurred as some theropods transitioned to avian forms. But the similarities extend beyond bones and feathers. Recent paleontological discoveries have shed light on the behaviors of certain dinosaur species, revealing striking parallels with modern birds. The discovery of nesting behaviors in dinosaurs, such as oviraptorids, suggests a level of parental care similar to that seen in many bird species today. Fossilized nests containing eggs and hatchlings indicate that some dinosaurs engaged in active care for their young, a trait that has been carried forward into the avian lineage. By studying living birds, scientists can gain valuable insights into the behaviors and adaptations of their dinosaur ancestors. The social behaviors observed in modern birds, such as complex nesting strategies and cooperative breeding, may have roots in similar behaviors exhibited by certain dinosaur species. This continuity of behavioral traits across millions of years provides a fascinating link between the ancient past and the present. The evolution of feathers in theropod dinosaurs represents a significant evolutionary milestone, directly linking dinosaurs to modern birds. Initially, these feathers may have served functions beyond flight, such as insulation or display. This suggests a complex evolutionary pathway, where structures originally adapted for one purpose were co-opted for new functions as environmental pressures changed. The anatomical adaptations seen in birds today, such as lightweight skeletons and advanced respiratory systems, are reflective of the evolutionary changes that occurred in theropods as they adapted to an airborne lifestyle. These modifications allowed for the development of powered flight, a trait that has enabled birds to colonize virtually every ecosystem on Earth. The study of bird biology thus informs our understanding of dinosaur physiology and behavior, particularly in areas such as locomotion, social interactions, and reproductive strategies. As we observe the diverse array of birds in our world today, from the tiny hummingbird to the massive ostrich, we are witnessing the living legacy of dinosaurs. Each species carries within its DNA the echoes of its ancient ancestors, providing a tangible connection to a world long past. The cassowary, with its large size, powerful legs, and distinctive head crest, offers perhaps one of the closest living analogues to what some of its dinosaur ancestors might have looked like. The ongoing research into the bird-dinosaur connection continues to reveal new and exciting insights. Each discovery further blurs the line between what we once considered distinctly bird and dinosaur characteristics. This evolving understanding not only changes our perception of modern biodiversity, but also provides invaluable insights into dinosaur biology and behavior. 18. Dinosaurs in the 21st century, relevance and ongoing discoveries. In the halls of modern science, dinosaurs continue to captivate researchers and the public alike, their fossilized remains offering a window into Earth's distant past. Recent discoveries of feathered dinosaurs from sites in China have revolutionized our understanding of the theropod lineage, indicating that many dinosaurs were covered in feathers. This suggests that feathers may have originally served functions beyond flight, such as insulation or display. These findings not only reshape our image of dinosaurs, but also provide crucial insights into the evolutionary pathways that led to modern birds. The field of paleontology has been transformed by cutting-edge technologies, allowing scientists to study ancient life with unprecedented detail. Advanced imaging technologies, such as laser scanning and three-dimensional modeling, have allowed scientists to study fossilized bones and structures in ways that were previously unimaginable. These technologies enable the analysis of growth patterns and biomechanics, providing insights into how these animals moved, cared for their young, and formed social structures. By recreating the musculature and movement of extinct species, researchers can better understand the locomotion and behavior of dinosaurs, offering a more complete picture of prehistoric ecosystems. While dinosaurs may seem like relics of a bygone era, their study holds significant relevance for understanding contemporary ecological challenges. The study of dinosaur extinction events, particularly the mass extinction at the end of the Cretaceous period, reveals the consequences of rapid environmental change on biodiversity. This underscores the importance of resilience and adaptation in the face of cataclysmic shifts. As our planet faces its own biodiversity crisis and climate change, the lessons learned from dinosaur extinctions provide valuable context for conservation efforts and predictions about the future of life on Earth. Research into dinosaur adaptations offers more than just historical insights. It may provide clues for modern species struggling to survive in rapidly changing climates. The evolutionary strategies employed by dinosaurs to thrive in various environments could inform conservation strategies for endangered species facing habitat destruction and climate instability. For instance, studying how certain dinosaur species adapted to changing temperatures or food sources could provide valuable insights into how modern animals might cope with similar challenges. The ongoing study of dinosaurs highlights the importance of biodiversity, reminding us that the loss of any species can disrupt entire ecosystems. Insights gained from their history reveal that resilience and adaptability are essential for survival, both in the ancient world and for ensuring the sustainability of our planet today. By examining the complex interplay of species within dinosaur-era ecosystems, scientists can better understand the delicate balance that maintains biodiversity in modern habitats. Dinosaurs have become powerful ambassadors for science education, inspiring new generations of scientists. Their portrayal in films and documentaries has significantly shaped public perceptions and interest in paleontology, leading to a renewed fascination with these ancient creatures. This public engagement has not only fueled scientific curiosity, but has also helped secure funding and support for paleontological research. The enduring appeal of dinosaurs serves as a gateway to broader scientific concepts, encouraging people of all ages to explore topics in biology, geology, and climate science. The field of biomimicry has found inspiration in dinosaur adaptations, contributing to advancements in engineering and materials science. Researchers studying the bone structure of sauropods, for example, have gained insights into designing lightweight, yet strong materials for construction and aerospace applications. The aerodynamic properties of feathered dinosaurs have informed the development of more efficient wind turbines and aircraft designs. These applications demonstrate how the study of extinct life forms can lead to innovative solutions for modern technological challenges. As paleontologists continue to unearth new fossils and apply advanced analytical techniques, our understanding of dinosaurs and their world continues to evolve. Each discovery not only fills gaps in our knowledge of dinosaur evolution, but also provides a more nuanced view of Earth's history. The ongoing research into the bird-dinosaur connection, for instance, continues to reveal new and exciting insights, further blurring the line between what we once considered distinctly bird and dinosaur characteristics. 19. Conclusion. The story of dinosaurs continues to captivate our collective imagination, serving as a powerful reminder of life's remarkable adaptability and resilience. From their emergence in the Triassic period to their dominance throughout the Mesozoic era, these extraordinary creatures shaped Earth's ecosystems for over 160 million years. Their legacy extends far beyond fossilized remains, influencing our understanding of evolution, climate change, and the delicate balance of life on our planet. Recent surveys indicate that approximately 80% of children express a fascination with dinosaurs, highlighting the enduring appeal of these prehistoric giants. This widespread interest has proven to be a valuable tool in science education, with dinosaur-focused programs demonstrating increased engagement among students. As we face our own environmental challenges, the lessons from dinosaur evolution and extinction remain more relevant than ever, offering insights into adaptation, survival, and the consequences of rapid ecological change. Tonight, we're going to challenge everything you think you know about dinosaurs. Can you identify which of these statements is true? All dinosaurs were cold-blooded. Dinosaurs coexisted with early humans. Some dinosaurs were warm-blooded and had feathers. If you're not sure, don't worry. By the end of our journey through prehistoric time, you'll be able to separate dinosaur fact from fiction with the expertise of a paleontologist. Get ready to test your knowledge and uncover the truth about these fascinating creatures. Imagine a world where creatures moved with an efficiency never before seen on land. This was the world of the dinosaurs, where a revolutionary change in posture would redefine the very essence of terrestrial locomotion. The transformation from sprawling limbs to an upright stance marked a pivotal moment in evolutionary history, setting the stage for the dominance of these magnificent creatures. The journey towards upright posture began with early reptiles, whose limbs extended laterally from their bodies, creating a low, sprawling gait. This posture, while effective for small creatures, imposed limitations on size and speed. As dinosaurs emerged, they brought with them a remarkable innovation: the ability to position their limbs directly beneath their bodies. This shift in posture was not an overnight change, but a gradual process driven by the relentless forces of natural selection. Fossil evidence reveals a series of anatomical modifications that facilitated this transition. The hip socket, or acetabulum, underwent a significant transformation. In early dinosaurs, it began to open, allowing the femur to rotate more freely and position itself vertically. This seemingly small change had profound implications for dinosaur mobility and energy efficiency. Concurrent with the hip modifications, the leg bones themselves evolved to better support an upright stance. The femur developed a distinctive head that fit more securely into the acetabulum, while the tibia and fibula lengthened and strengthened. These changes allowed dinosaurs to support their body weight more effectively and move with greater agility. The energy efficiency gained through upright posture cannot be overstated. By positioning their limbs beneath their bodies, dinosaurs were able to minimize the lateral undulation required for movement. This reduction in side-to-side motion translated to significant energy savings, allowing dinosaurs to maintain higher metabolic rates and achieve larger body sizes than their sprawling ancestors. Fossil trackways provide compelling evidence for the gradual adoption of upright posture. Early dinosaur tracks show a progression from wide, sprawling stances to narrower, more upright gaits. This transition is particularly evident in the theropod lineage, which includes the ancestors of modern birds. The fossil record demonstrates how these bipedal predators evolved increasingly efficient locomotion, with their tracks showing a clear trend towards a more bird-like gait over time. The biomechanical advantages of upright posture varied across different dinosaur lineages. For large sauropods, the ability to support massive body weight on pillar-like legs allowed them to reach unprecedented sizes. The long neck of Brachiosaurus, for instance, was made possible by the stability provided by its upright posture, enabling it to reach high vegetation that was inaccessible to other herbivores. In theropods, upright posture facilitated swift, energy-efficient movement. The ability to take longer strides and maintain higher speeds for extended periods gave these predators a significant advantage in pursuing prey. The evolution of cursorial adaptations, such as elongated metatarsals and reduced digits, further enhanced their speed and agility. For ornithischian dinosaurs, like the duck-billed hadrosaurs and horned ceratopsians, upright posture allowed for more effective locomotion while maintaining the ability to shift to a quadrupedal stance when necessary. This flexibility in posture enabled these herbivores to efficiently browse vegetation at various heights and quickly evade predators when threatened. The impact of upright posture on dinosaur success in various environments was profound. In arid regions, the energy efficiency gained through this adaptation allowed dinosaurs to cover greater distances in search of food and water. In densely forested areas, the ability to move swiftly and with agility through complex terrain gave dinosaurs a competitive edge over their sprawling contemporaries. As dinosaurs conquered the land with their efficient gait, a silent revolution was taking place in their mouths. The story of dinosaur teeth reveals an evolutionary arms race that would change the face of prehistoric Earth, reshaping entire ecosystems and propelling these magnificent creatures to even greater heights of dominance. The diversity of dinosaur diets was staggering, ranging from towering herbivores that grazed on treetops to fierce carnivores that hunted other dinosaurs. However, early in their evolutionary journey, dinosaurs faced significant challenges in obtaining sufficient nutrition. The primitive reptilian feeding mechanisms they inherited from their ancestors were ill-suited to the demands of their rapidly changing world. As plant life evolved and diversified, and as competition for resources intensified, dinosaurs found themselves under immense pressure to adapt or perish. In response to these challenges, herbivorous dinosaurs underwent a remarkable transformation in their dental structure. The evolution of specialized teeth in these plant eaters showcases how they adapted to exploit various plant types and feeding strategies. Early herbivorous dinosaurs possessed simple leaf-stripping teeth, capable of plucking vegetation but ill-equipped for efficient processing. Over time, these teeth evolved into more complex structures, with some species developing batteries of tightly packed teeth that worked like natural grinding mills. This adaptation allowed them to break down tough plant material with unprecedented efficiency, opening up new food sources and ecological niches. The carnivorous dinosaurs, not to be outdone, developed their own suite of dental innovations. Their teeth became more specialized for slicing and tearing flesh, often featuring serrated edges that acted like prehistoric steak knives. But perhaps the most impressive adaptation was the sheer power behind these dental weapons. Studies suggest that the bite force of carnivorous dinosaurs, such as Tyrannosaurus rex, was incredibly powerful, capable of crushing bone. This adaptation not only facilitated effective predation, but also influenced their ecological roles as apex predators, shaping the dynamics of Mesozoic food webs. However, the evolution of dinosaur feeding strategies wasn't limited to their teeth alone. Changes in jaw musculature and skull structure accompanied these dental adaptations, enhancing the efficiency of feeding mechanisms in both herbivorous and carnivorous dinosaurs. For instance, the robust jaws of theropods were designed to withstand the tremendous forces exerted during biting and tearing. These structural changes allowed dinosaurs to exploit their new dental adaptations to the fullest, maximizing the nutritional benefits they could extract from their chosen food sources. The impact of these feeding adaptations on dinosaur ecology cannot be overstated. By developing more efficient ways to process food, dinosaurs were able to extract more energy from their diets. This increased energy availability fueled further adaptations, allowing dinosaurs to grow larger, move faster, and inhabit a wider range of environments. Herbivorous dinosaurs, with their highly specialized teeth and jaws, could now access plant materials that were previously indigestible, allowing them to thrive in areas where other animals might struggle to find sustenance. Interestingly, the evolution of dinosaur feeding strategies didn't occur in isolation. The fossil record reveals a fascinating co-evolution between plants and herbivorous dinosaurs. As these dinosaurs adapted to consume tougher plant materials, plants simultaneously evolved defensive adaptations, such as tougher leaves or toxins, in response to grazing pressure. This evolutionary arms race drove both plants and dinosaurs to develop increasingly sophisticated strategies, shaping the composition and structure of Mesozoic ecosystems in profound ways. The presence of specialized teeth and jaw structures in dinosaurs illustrates the intricate relationship between form and function in evolutionary biology. It showcases how small changes over time can lead to significant adaptations that enable species to thrive in various environments. Each tooth, each subtle change in jaw musculature represented a step in a grand evolutionary dance, with dinosaurs and their environments influencing each other in a complex feedback loop. As we delve deeper into the world of dinosaurs, a fascinating question emerges. Could cooperation have been the true key to survival in a world of giants? While we've long imagined dinosaurs as solitary creatures, roaming vast prehistoric landscapes alone, emerging evidence paints a more complex picture. Fossil discoveries are challenging our traditional views, suggesting that many dinosaur species may have engaged in sophisticated social behaviors that enhanced their chances of survival and shaped their evolutionary trajectory. The concept of social behavior in dinosaurs opens up a new realm of understanding about these ancient creatures. Fossil evidence, particularly from large nesting colonies, hints at a level of cooperation previously unimagined. Discoveries of multiple nests in close proximity, especially among duck-billed dinosaurs, indicate that these creatures may have engaged in communal nesting behavior. This arrangement could have provided numerous advantages, including increased protection from predators and more efficient care for their young. Fossilized trackways and bone beds offer further compelling evidence of herding behavior among various dinosaur species. These preserved footprints and skeletal remains, often found in large numbers and oriented in the same direction, suggest that certain dinosaurs moved together in groups. This behavior would have conferred significant benefits, such as improved foraging efficiency and enhanced protection from predators. In a world teeming with formidable carnivores, strength in numbers could have been a crucial survival strategy for herbivorous dinosaurs. The advantages of group living extend beyond mere safety. Social interactions within herds could have facilitated the exchange of information about food sources, potential threats, and suitable nesting sites. This shared knowledge would have been particularly valuable in environments subject to seasonal changes or periodic resource scarcity. Moreover, living in groups may have allowed for more efficient use of resources, with different individuals taking on specialized roles within the herd structure. Perhaps one of the most intriguing aspects of dinosaur social behavior is the evidence of parental care. Fossil discoveries of carefully constructed nests and the presence of juvenile fossils alongside adults suggest that many dinosaur species invested significant time and energy in caring for their offspring. This level of parental investment indicates a more complex social structure than previously thought, one that potentially involved extended family groups or even multi-generational herds. Communication would have been crucial for maintaining these social structures, and dinosaurs likely employed a variety of methods to interact with one another. Visual displays may have played a critical role in dinosaur communication. Physical features such as crests and frills could have been used to convey visual cues, potentially indicating aggression or readiness to mate. These elaborate structures, long thought to be purely for defense or thermoregulation, may have served an important social function, allowing dinosaurs to communicate complex messages without the need for vocalizations. While direct evidence of dinosaur vocalizations is scarce due to the nature of fossilization, it's highly probable that many species used sounds to communicate. The discovery of specialized structures in some dinosaur skulls, similar to those found in modern birds, suggests that at least some dinosaurs were capable of producing complex vocalizations. These could have been used for everything from warning calls to mating rituals, further enriching the social lives of these prehistoric creatures. The implications of these social behaviors on dinosaur evolution and speciation are profound. Complex social dynamics likely contributed significantly to the adaptability and survival of dinosaurs in diverse environments. Social learning, for instance, could have accelerated the spread of beneficial behaviors within populations, allowing dinosaurs to quickly adapt to changing environmental conditions. Furthermore, social structures may have influenced mate selection, potentially driving the evolution of those elaborate display features we see in many dinosaur species. As we uncover more evidence of dinosaur social behaviors, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity of prehistoric ecosystems. These ancient creatures were not merely instinct-driven automatons, but sophisticated animals capable of cooperative behaviors that enhanced their survival and shaped their evolutionary path. The fossil record continues to reveal a prehistoric world far more intricate and dynamic than we once imagined, where the ability to work together may have been just as important as physical adaptations in ensuring the longevity of dinosaur lineages. 5. Feathered revolution, the emergence of dinosaur plumage. The world of dinosaurs, long imagined as a realm of scaly reptilian behemoths, has undergone a revolutionary transformation in recent years. A startling discovery has reshaped our understanding of these ancient creatures, challenging decades of established perceptions. Imagine a Tyrannosaurus rex, not with the leathery hide we've come to expect, but adorned with a coat of feathers. This paradigm shift in paleontology has opened up new avenues of research and forced us to reconsider the very nature of dinosaur evolution. The emergence of feathered dinosaurs in the fossil record has been nothing short of extraordinary. These remarkable findings have blurred the line between dinosaurs and birds, revealing a more complex and nuanced evolutionary story than previously thought. The diversity of feather structures found in fossilized remains has astounded researchers, ranging from simple filament-like structures to intricate branched feathers reminiscent of those seen in modern birds. Early dinosaur feathers often resembled downy filaments, likely serving functions far removed from flight. These primitive structures may have provided insulation, helping dinosaurs regulate their body temperature in varying climates. This thermoregulatory function would have been particularly crucial for smaller dinosaurs with higher metabolic rates, allowing them to maintain optimal body temperature in challenging environments. As dinosaurs evolved, so too did their feathers, developing into more complex structures that opened up new possibilities for survival and adaptation. The evolutionary pathway from non-avian dinosaurs to birds involved significant anatomical changes, each step bringing these ancient reptiles closer to the avian form we recognize today. Key transitional fossils, such as Archaeopteryx, provide a window into this gradual transformation. Archaeopteryx, often referred to as a missing link between dinosaurs and birds, exhibits a fascinating blend of characteristics from both groups. Its skeleton retains many dinosaurian features, yet it possesses unmistakably bird-like traits, including well-developed feathers and a lightweight skeletal structure. As feathers became more prevalent and diverse among dinosaur species, they likely influenced behavior in ways we're only beginning to understand. Brightly colored or uniquely patterned feathers could have played a crucial role in courtship rituals, allowing individuals to stand out within their communities and improve their chances of mating success. These visual displays might also have served as signals to rivals, establishing territorial boundaries or asserting dominance within social hierarchies. The implications of feathered dinosaurs extend far beyond mere appearance. The presence of feathers suggests that many dinosaur species may have had higher metabolic rates than previously thought, challenging our understanding of their physiology and lifestyle. This shift in perspective forces us to reconsider how dinosaurs interacted with their environment, hunted prey, and evaded predators. The insulating properties of feathers could have allowed dinosaurs to maintain active lifestyles in a wider range of climates, potentially contributing to their success and longevity as a group. The diversity of feather types observed in fossilized theropods indicates that these structures served multiple functions across various ecological niches. Some species may have used their feathers primarily for display or insulation, while others developed more aerodynamic feathers that eventually led to powered flight. This versatility highlights the importance of feathers in the evolutionary history of dinosaurs, demonstrating how a single adaptation can be co-opted for numerous purposes over millions of years. As we uncover more evidence of feathered dinosaurs, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity of prehistoric ecosystems. The transition from non-avian dinosaurs to birds was not a sudden leap, but a gradual process of accumulating avian features in theropod dinosaurs over millions of years. This evolutionary journey showcases the power of natural selection to shape and refine adaptations, ultimately leading to the diverse array of bird species we see today. 6. Bones of giants. Unique skeletal adaptations in dinosaurs. Imagine a creature so massive it could peer into a fifth-story window, yet agile enough to navigate diverse terrains. How did dinosaurs support their colossal bodies while maintaining such surprising mobility? The answer lies within their bones, where a set of skeletal innovations defied the very laws of physics and biology as we understood them. As dinosaurs evolved to dominate terrestrial ecosystems, they faced a significant challenge: how to support increasingly large body sizes without sacrificing agility. This conundrum led to the development of unique skeletal adaptations that would prove crucial to their 160 million year reign. One of the most remarkable innovations occurred in the sauropod lineage, those long-necked giants that have captured our imagination for generations. These behemoths developed column-like legs that distributed their immense weight evenly across their skeletal structure. This architectural marvel minimized stress on their bones and joints, allowing them to support bodies that in some cases weighed as much as a dozen elephants. The column-like leg design proved essential for both stability and mobility, enabling sauropods to traverse various terrains while bearing their massive frames. But the innovations didn't stop at the legs. Sauropods also evolved reinforced vertebrae, a critical adaptation that provided additional support for their elongated necks and titanic bodies. This structural enhancement was paramount in maintaining balance and mobility. Without such reinforcement, the sheer mass of their bodies and the length of their necks would have rendered them immobile or prone to injury, Instead, these fortified backbones allowed sauropods to reach high into the canopy, accessing food sources that were literally out of reach for other herbivores. While sauropods were developing ways to support their enormous bulk, another group of dinosaurs was taking a different approach to the problem of size and mobility. Theropods, the lineage that includes the famous Tyrannosaurus rex and the ancestors of modern birds, evolved a set of adaptations that prioritized agility and speed. One of their most significant innovations was the development of pneumatic bones. Pneumatic bones contained air-filled spaces that significantly reduced the overall weight of the skeleton. This adaptation was particularly beneficial for large predatory dinosaurs, allowing them to maintain their imposing size without sacrificing the speed and agility necessary for hunting. The air-filled cavities within these bones didn't just contribute to weight reduction, they also played a crucial role in respiration. This dual-purpose adaptation highlights the efficiency of evolutionary processes, where a single change can provide multiple benefits. The evolution of these unique skeletal structures allowed dinosaurs to fill an astonishing array of ecological niches. From the towering sauropods that dominated the landscape to the swift and agile theropods that ruled as apex predators, dinosaurs showcased remarkable evolutionary innovations that allowed them to thrive in diverse environments. Consider the trade-offs between strength, weight, and flexibility that these adaptations represent. Sauropods sacrifice some degree of speed and agility for the ability to reach enormous sizes, a strategy that proved highly successful in deterring predators and accessing abundant food sources. Theropods, on the other hand, maintained a balance between size and agility, with their hollow bones allowing for quick movements and sudden bursts of speed essential for hunting. These skeletal adaptations didn't evolve in isolation. They were part of a complex interplay of evolutionary pressures that shaped every aspect of dinosaur biology. The development of more efficient respiratory systems, for instance, worked in tandem with pneumatic bones to support higher metabolic rates. This, in turn, allowed for sustained activity levels that would have been impossible for their reptilian ancestors. The fossil record provides compelling evidence for the gradual development of these skeletal innovations. Early dinosaurs show the beginnings of these adaptations, with later species exhibiting more pronounced and specialized structures. This evolutionary journey spans millions of years, showcasing the power of natural selection to shape and refine adaptations over time. 7. Ecological architects: how dinosaurs shaped their world. As dinosaurs evolved remarkable adaptations over millions of years, their influence extended far beyond their own bodies. These ancient behemoths were not just passive inhabitants, but active architects of their world. The impact of dinosaurs on their environments was so profound that it fundamentally altered the course of evolution for countless other species, shaping entire ecosystems through their presence and behaviors. Large, herbivorous dinosaurs, particularly sauropods, played a crucial role in shaping plant communities through their grazing habits. Their feeding strategies not only controlled plant growth, but also stimulated new growth, facilitating the succession and diversity of flora in their ecosystems. As these massive creatures moved through their habitats, they created pathways that altered the landscape and influenced the distribution of vegetation. Their ability to reach high into the canopy and consume large quantities of plant material likely led to the evolution of defensive mechanisms in plants, such as thorns, toxins, or rapid growth patterns. The influence of dinosaurs on their environment extended beyond herbivores. Predatory dinosaurs, such as Tyrannosaurus rex and Allosaurus, served as apex predators, maintaining the balance within their ecosystems by preying on herbivores. This predation pressure ensured that no single herbivore species monopolized resources, promoting biodiversity within ecosystems. The presence of these formidable hunters likely drove the evolution of defensive adaptations in prey species, including enhanced sensory capabilities, protective armor, and social behaviors for increased vigilance and protection. Dinosaur activities contributed to the creation of new habitats, further enhancing biodiversity. Nest-building behaviors, for instance, likely provided increased protection against predators, allowing for the establishment of localized ecosystems where baby dinosaurs could find food and shelter. These nesting grounds may have served as nurseries not only for young dinosaurs, but also for a variety of other organisms that benefited from the protective environment. Similarly, the wallowing behaviors of large dinosaurs could have created depressions that collected water, forming temporary or even semi-permanent water sources that supported diverse aquatic ecosystems. The influence of dinosaurs on their environments persisted even after death. The decomposition of dinosaur remains played a critical role in nutrient cycling within their ecosystems. When dinosaurs died, their bodies became significant sources of nutrients that supported scavengers and decomposers, helping maintain the health of the ecosystems in which they lived. This process of nutrient redistribution likely had far-reaching effects on soil composition and plant growth, contributing to the overall productivity of Mesozoic ecosystems. Evidence suggests that dinosaurs co-evolved with other organisms, including early mammals and insects. The diverse habitats created by dinosaurs provided niches for these organisms, leading to complex interdependencies within the ecosystems of the Mesozoic era. For example, the interactions among insects, early mammals, and dinosaurs were intricate and multifaceted. Insects served as a food source for small mammals and engaged in activities that influenced the plants and ecosystems around them, illustrating a rich tapestry of life in which each group played an impactful role. The migration patterns of dinosaurs likely had significant implications for the distribution of other species across continents. As these massive creatures moved in search of food or breeding grounds, they may have acted as vectors for seed dispersal, carrying plant material over long distances. This process could have facilitated the spread of plant species and, consequently, the animals that depended on them. Moreover, the seasonal movements of large herds of dinosaurs might have created temporary, resource-rich areas, attracting a diverse array of organisms and potentially driving the evolution of migratory behaviors in other species. The presence of dinosaurs in various ecosystems likely influenced the evolution of camouflage and mimicry in smaller organisms. Plants and insects may have developed appearances that allowed them to blend in with dinosaur-created environments or mimic inedible objects to avoid being consumed. This evolutionary arms race between dinosaurs and the organisms in their habitats would have contributed to the incredible biodiversity of the Mesozoic era. 8. Adapting to a changing world. Dinosaurs and continental drift. As the reign of dinosaurs stretched across millions of years, a grand geological spectacle was unfolding beneath their feet. The supercontinent Pangaea, once a unified landmass, began to fracture and drift apart around 200 million years ago during the Mesozoic era. This monumental shift in Earth's geography set the stage for a dramatic transformation of dinosaur habitats and evolutionary trajectories. Imagine a world where familiar landscapes slowly morphed into unrecognizable terrains. As continental plates drifted apart, dinosaur populations found themselves increasingly isolated from one another. This geographical separation sparked a remarkable period of adaptive radiation, where species evolved into distinct forms uniquely suited to their regional environments. The breakup of Pangaea essentially created a series of natural experiments, each continent becoming a laboratory for dinosaur evolution. The changing configurations of continents had far-reaching effects on global climate patterns and ocean currents. These shifts, in turn, reshaped the very habitats dinosaurs called home. Some regions became arid wastelands, while others transformed into lush, verdant paradises. Herbivorous dinosaurs in particular faced significant challenges as their food sources changed. Those able to adapt their diets and digestive systems to new plant species thrived, while others faced extinction. As the continents drifted, periods of high sea levels led to the emergence of shallow inland seas. These new coastal environments became hotbeds of biodiversity, supporting a wide array of dinosaur species. The interplay between marine and terrestrial ecosystems created unique opportunities for dinosaurs to diversify their behaviors and feeding strategies. Some may have developed semi-aquatic lifestyles, taking advantage of abundant marine resources while maintaining a foothold on land. The fossil record paints a fascinating picture of how dinosaurs responded to these sweeping changes. Evidence of dinosaur migrations has been uncovered, suggesting that some species undertook epic journeys in search of more favorable conditions as their habitats changed. These migrations likely played a crucial role in the spread and diversification of dinosaur species across the globe. As land masses separated, the stage was set for the development of distinct regional dinosaur faunas. Fossils from different continents reveal how once similar dinosaur populations diverged over time, adapting to their new, isolated environments. This process of allopatric speciation led to an explosion of dinosaur diversity, with each continent developing its own unique assemblage of species. The formation of new geographic barriers, such as mountain ranges and expanding oceans, further influenced dinosaur evolution. These obstacles not only isolated populations, but also created new ecological niches. Dinosaurs adapted to life in high-altitude environments, for instance, would have developed different physiological traits compared to their lowland counterparts. The ability of dinosaurs to colonize and thrive in such varied habitats speaks to their remarkable adaptability. Interestingly, the separation of continents also set the stage for instances of convergent evolution. As dinosaur populations on different landmasses faced similar environmental pressures, they sometimes evolved strikingly similar adaptations independently. This phenomenon provides a fascinating glimpse into the predictable nature of evolutionary processes when faced with comparable challenges. The relationship between continental drift and dinosaur evolution was not a one-way street. As dinosaurs adapted to their changing world, they in turn shaped the ecosystems around them. Their grazing patterns, predatory behaviors, and even their physical presence altered landscapes and influenced the evolution of other species. This complex web of interactions between geology, climate, and biology demonstrates the intricate dance of life and earth processes that characterize the Mesozoic era. 9. Dinosaur dynamics, evidence of complex social interactions. As we delve deeper into the world of dinosaurs, a fascinating revelation emerges. These prehistoric giants may have been far more socially sophisticated than we ever imagined. Recent discoveries are challenging our perceptions, hinting at a Mesozoic landscape where dinosaurs formed complex bonds and intricate social structures. This new understanding reshapes our view of these ancient creatures, transforming them from solitary behemoths to beings capable of rich social interactions. The fossil record provides compelling evidence for complex social dynamics among various dinosaur species. Large nesting colonies, particularly those of duck-billed dinosaurs, reveal a level of communal behavior previously unrecognized. These sites, with multiple nests in close proximity, suggest that dinosaurs engaged in cooperative breeding strategies. More intriguingly, evidence indicates that adult dinosaurs likely cared for their young after hatching. a behavior that challenges the long-held view of dinosaurs as creatures devoid of parental instincts. Communication among dinosaurs was likely a multifaceted affair, utilizing various sensory channels. Visual displays played a crucial role in dinosaur social interactions. The diverse array of crests, frills, and other ornamental features found in different species suggests a sophisticated system of visual communication. These structures may have served multiple purposes, from signaling aggression to indicating readiness to mate. The sheer variety of these features across different dinosaur groups hints at the complexity of their social dynamics, but visual cues were likely just one aspect of dinosaur communication. Some scientists speculate that certain dinosaur species may have been capable of vocalizations, much like their avian descendants. While direct evidence of dinosaur vocalizations remains elusive, the presence of specialized structures in some dinosaur skulls, similar to those found in modern birds, suggests the potential for complex sound production. The social structures among different dinosaur groups varied significantly, reflecting the diversity of their ecological niches and lifestyles. Herbivorous dinosaurs often exhibited herding behaviors, as evidenced by fossilized trackways showing multiple individuals moving in coordinated patterns. These herds likely provided numerous advantages, including improved foraging efficiency and enhanced protection from predators. The social dynamics within these groups may have been quite complex, potentially involving information sharing about food sources and potential threats. On the other end of the spectrum, certain theropod dinosaurs appear to have engaged in pack-hunting strategies. This behavior, observed in species like Velociraptor, implies a level of social coordination and communication previously unrecognized in dinosaurs. The ability to cooperate in hunting suggests these dinosaurs possessed cognitive abilities far beyond what was once believed possible for reptilian brains. The implications of these social behaviors extend beyond mere survival strategies. Complex social interactions often drive the evolution of increased cognitive abilities. The evidence of cooperative behaviors, such as pack hunting and communal nesting, suggests that some dinosaurs may have possessed levels of intelligence comparable to modern social animals. This cognitive capacity would have been crucial for navigating the intricacies of dinosaur social hierarchies and maintaining group cohesion. Moreover, the presence of parental care in the fossil record hints at the potential for social learning among dinosaurs. Young dinosaurs may have acquired crucial survival skills by observing and imitating adults, a process that would have accelerated the spread of beneficial behaviors within populations. This form of social transmission could have played a significant role in the evolutionary success of various dinosaur lineages. The emerging picture of dinosaur social dynamics challenges us to reconsider our understanding of these ancient creatures. Far from being solitary, instinct-driven animals, many dinosaur species appear to have been capable of forming intricate social bonds and communities. This revelation not only transforms our perception of dinosaur intelligence and behavior, but also provides new insights into the complexity of prehistoric ecosystems. 10. Silent conversations unraveling dinosaur communication. In the prehistoric world of dinosaurs, where roars and bellows echoed across primordial landscapes, a silent language of gestures, displays, and scents wove intricate webs of communication. The challenge of deciphering these ancient conversations lies in the ephemeral nature of behavior, leaving paleontologists to piece together clues from fossilized remains and modern analogues. The vibrant plumage of certain dinosaur species offers a tantalizing glimpse into their communicative repertoire. Much like the peacock's tail or the vibrant feathers of tropical birds today, The presence of colorful feathers in dinosaurs suggests a world awash with visual signals. These feathered displays likely served multiple purposes, from attracting potential mates to signaling dominance or health within social groups. The intricate patterns and hues preserved in fossil records hint at a prehistoric pageant of color, where a simple ruffle of feathers could convey complex messages without a single vocalization. But visual displays were just one facet of dinosaur communication. The possibility of chemical communication through pheromones or scent marking opens up a whole new dimension of prehistoric interaction. While direct evidence of such chemical signals remains elusive due to their transient nature, the prevalence of this form of communication in modern reptiles suggests its likely importance among their dinosaur ancestors. Territorial boundaries may have been defined by scent trails, while complex chemical signatures could have conveyed information about reproductive status or individual identity. The diversity of dinosaur species implies an equally diverse array of communication strategies. Herbivorous dinosaurs, often living in large social groups, may have relied heavily on visual displays and social structures to coordinate their activities. The elaborate frills and horns of ceratopsians, for instance, could have served as visual signals within herds, perhaps indicating age, status, or readiness to mate. In contrast, carnivorous species might have employed a more varied communication toolkit, including vocalizations for coordinating hunts or defending territory, alongside visual and chemical signals. The evolution of the syrinx, the vocal organ in birds, provides intriguing possibilities for vocal communication in their dinosaur ancestors. While soft tissue structures rarely fossilize, the presence of a syrinx-like organ in some dinosaur species suggests that the Mesozoic era may have been far from silent. Low-frequency vocalizations, similar to those produced by modern crocodilians, could have carried across vast distances, allowing dinosaurs to communicate over long ranges. The interplay between different communication methods likely varied not only between species, but also across different contexts. Mating rituals might have involved elaborate visual displays, complemented by specific vocalizations or scent marking. Territorial disputes could have been settled through a combination of visual posturing and chemical signaling, potentially avoiding costly physical confrontations. Warning signals, crucial for survival in a world teeming with predators, might have involved rapid color changes, distinctive poses, or alarm calls that could quickly alert an entire herd to danger. As we unravel the complexities of dinosaur communication, a picture emerges of a prehistoric world rich with silent conversations and hidden languages. The diversity of communication methods employed by dinosaurs likely played a crucial role in their social behaviors and survival strategies. From the subtle release of pheromones to the dramatic display of colorful feathers, these ancient reptiles developed a sophisticated array of tools to convey information, coordinate activities, and navigate their complex social landscapes. 11. Dinosaur minds, cognitive abilities of prehistoric giants. As we venture deeper into the prehistoric world of dinosaurs, a tantalizing question emerges. Could these ancient behemoths have possessed cognitive abilities rivaling those of modern animals? Recent discoveries in paleontology are challenging our long-held perceptions of dinosaur intelligence, forcing us to reconsider the mental capacities of these prehistoric giants. The challenge of assessing intelligence in extinct species is formidable. Without the ability to observe behavior directly, scientists must rely on indirect evidence gleaned from fossil remains and comparative studies with modern animals. Traditionally, dinosaurs were viewed as primitive creatures, driven solely by instinct and lacking in cognitive sophistication. However, a growing body of evidence suggests that this perception may be far from accurate. One key indicator of cognitive potential lies in the structure of the brain itself. Fossil evidence indicates that some predatory dinosaurs exhibited a more developed area of the brain associated with sight and motor control. This suggests that visual acuity and coordination were crucial for hunting, implying a level of cognitive processing beyond mere instinct. Additionally, variations in brain shape among different groups of dinosaurs point to adaptations for enhanced sensory perception, which would have been advantageous in their ecological roles. The relative size of the brain compared to body mass, known as the encephalization quotient, provides further insight into potential cognitive abilities. Certain groups of theropods, particularly smaller species, exhibit characteristics suggesting cognitive complexity. For instance, Troodon, a small theropod dinosaur, had a relatively large brain compared to its body size. This has led some paleontologists to speculate that Troodon may have possessed problem-solving abilities comparable to those of modern birds or small mammals. Fossil evidence of complex behaviors adds weight to the argument for dinosaur intelligence. Fossilized trackways provide indirect evidence of problem-solving, as intricate patterns or changes in direction may indicate that dinosaurs adapted their movement in response to obstacles or environmental challenges. These preserved footprints offer a glimpse into the decision-making processes of extinct species, suggesting a level of cognitive flexibility previously unrecognized. The presence of well-developed sensory regions in the brains of certain dinosaurs indicates that they likely had keen eyesight. This visual acuity would have been advantageous for hunting and navigating their environment, further supporting the idea of cognitive complexity. Additionally, the sense of smell was likely important for many dinosaurs, particularly herbivores and scavengers, aiding in locating food sources and recognizing predators. The integration of these sensory inputs would have required sophisticated neural processing, hinting at more advanced cognitive abilities than previously assumed. Learning and memory capabilities in dinosaurs remain a subject of debate, but environmental demands suggest that these abilities were likely present to some degree. The complex ecosystems of the Mesozoic era would have required adaptability and the capacity to remember and learn from experiences. For instance, navigating diverse terrains, recognizing seasonal changes in vegetation, and remembering the locations of water sources would have been crucial for survival. These environmental pressures may have driven the development of more sophisticated cognitive abilities in various dinosaur lineages. Social behaviors and communication methods among dinosaurs provide another window into their potential cognitive sophistication. Evidence of herding behavior, communal nesting, and possible pack hunting strategies suggest that some dinosaur species engaged in complex social interactions. These behaviors would have required a degree of social cognition, including the ability to recognize individuals, understand hierarchies, and coordinate actions within a group. Such social complexity is often associated with higher cognitive functions in modern animals. The evolutionary pressures that shaped dinosaur cognition were likely diverse and varied across different lineages. Predatory dinosaurs may have developed enhanced problem-solving abilities to outsmart prey, while herbivores might have evolved sophisticated spatial memory to navigate between food sources. The arms race between predator and prey could have driven cognitive evolution on both sides, leading to increasingly complex behavioral and mental adaptations over time. 12. Surviving the extremes. Dinosaur adaptations to harsh environments. As we journey deeper into the Mesozoic era, we encounter a world of extremes that would challenge even the hardiest of modern species. Yet, dinosaurs not only survived, but thrived in these inhospitable environments, showcasing remarkable adaptations that allowed them to conquer the harshest corners of their prehistoric world. From scorching deserts to frigid polar regions, and from oxygen-starved mountain peaks to drought-stricken plains, dinosaurs developed an array of extraordinary features to overcome the challenges posed by their ever-changing surroundings. Consider the polar regions of the Mesozoic, where dinosaurs faced prolonged periods of darkness and bone-chilling temperatures. Fossil evidence suggests that these ancient creatures evolved specialized strategies to cope with such extreme conditions. Some polar dinosaurs likely developed thicker insulating layers, possibly through the evolution of dense feather coats or specialized skin structures. This adaptation would have allowed them to retain precious body heat during the harsh winter months, much like the insulating blubber of modern Arctic mammals. But thermal regulation was just one piece of the puzzle. Polar dinosaurs may have also exhibited seasonal behaviors to navigate the challenges of their environment. Migration, a common strategy among modern birds, could have been employed by certain dinosaur species. By undertaking long journeys to more temperate regions during the darkest and coldest months, these prehistoric travelers would have accessed more favorable climates and abundant food sources. This behavioral flexibility would have been crucial for survival in an environment where resources fluctuated dramatically with the changing seasons. At the other extreme, dinosaurs inhabiting high-altitude environments faced an entirely different set of challenges. In the rarefied air of ancient mountain ranges, where oxygen levels were significantly lower than at sea level, survival demanded innovative respiratory adaptations. Paleontologists speculate that high-altitude dinosaurs may have evolved larger lung capacities and more efficient respiratory systems, similar to those found in modern birds. These adaptations would have allowed them to extract maximum oxygen from the thin air, fueling their active lifestyles, even in these challenging conditions. But the respiratory system wasn't the only area of adaptation for high-altitude dinosaurs. The lower atmospheric pressure at high elevations posed its own set of problems, potentially affecting everything from digestion to the integrity of body tissues. To counter these effects, some high-altitude species may have developed denser bones, providing additional structural support in the face of reduced atmospheric pressure. This adaptation would have allowed them to maintain their physical integrity while navigating the steep, rocky terrain of their mountainous habitats. In arid regions, where water and food sources were scarce, dinosaurs faced yet another set of survival challenges. Here, the ability to conserve energy and maximize the use of limited resources became paramount. Some paleontologists speculate that certain dinosaur species may have developed the ability to enter hibernation-like states during periods of extreme environmental stress. This fascinating adaptation would have allowed them to dramatically reduce their metabolic rate, conserving precious energy until more favorable conditions returned. This ability to enter a state of dormancy would have been particularly crucial during prolonged periods of drought or extreme cold. By essentially shutting down non-essential bodily functions, dinosaurs could have weathered environmental challenges that might otherwise have proven fatal. This adaptation showcases the remarkable plasticity of dinosaur physiology, highlighting their ability to fine-tune their biological processes in response to environmental pressures. The diverse array of adaptations developed by dinosaurs to survive in extreme environments speaks to their incredible resilience and evolutionary success. From the thermal regulation strategies of polar species to the respiratory innovations of high-altitude dwellers, and from the energy conservation tactics of desert inhabitants to the potential for hibernation-like states, dinosaurs demonstrated an unparalleled ability to adapt to and thrive in even the most challenging conditions. 13. Making a splash: dinosaur adaptations to aquatic environments. As we delve deeper into the Mesozoic era, we encounter a fascinating evolutionary twist in the dinosaur saga. While these magnificent creatures had long since conquered the land, some species embarked on an unexpected journey back to the watery realms their distant ancestors had left behind. This return to aquatic environments posed significant challenges, requiring profound adaptations that would reshape these terrestrial titans into streamlined swimmers. The transition from land to water was not a sudden leap, but a gradual process driven by environmental pressures and ecological opportunities. Fossil evidence suggests that certain dinosaur lineages, facing intense competition on land or lured by the abundance of aquatic prey, began to exploit niches along the shorelines and in shallow waters. This shift allowed them to access new food sources and escape the fierce competition that characterized many terrestrial ecosystems. One of the most striking examples of this aquatic adaptation is found in Spinosaurus, a theropod dinosaur that has revolutionized our understanding of dinosaur diversity. Unlike its terrestrial counterparts, Spinosaurus developed paddle-like limbs that enabled it to navigate through water with remarkable efficiency. This modification of the limb structure represents a significant departure from the typical dinosaur body plan, highlighting the incredible plasticity of these animals in response to environmental challenges. The evolution of aquatic adaptations in dinosaurs extended beyond mere limb modifications. Their bodies underwent a series of changes that enhanced their ability to move through water with minimal resistance. Streamlined body shapes emerged, reducing drag and allowing for more effective locomotion in aquatic environments. This transformation would have been crucial for hunting aquatic prey and evading potential predators in their new watery domain. As these dinosaurs ventured further into aquatic habitats, they likely developed enhanced sensory capabilities to detect prey in murky waters. While direct evidence of such adaptations is challenging to obtain from the fossil record, comparative studies with modern aquatic predators suggest that these dinosaurs may have evolved specialized receptors to detect pressure changes or electrical signals emitted by their prey. Such adaptations would have been essential for survival in environments where visual hunting was often impractical. The shift to an aquatic lifestyle also had profound implications for hunting strategies and dietary preferences. These dinosaurs would have faced competition from the marine reptiles that had long dominated the prehistoric seas. To carve out their niche, aquatic dinosaurs likely specialized in hunting strategies that took advantage of their unique adaptations. They may have become adept at ambush predation in shallow waters, or developed the ability to pursue prey over short distances with bursts of speed. The evolutionary pressures driving some dinosaur lineages back to the water were likely multifaceted. Climate change, shifts in food availability, and competition with other terrestrial species may all have played a role in this transition. Additionally, the ability to exploit aquatic resources could have provided a significant advantage during periods of terrestrial environmental stress, allowing these adaptable dinosaurs to thrive when their land-bound relatives struggled. This return to aquatic environments by certain dinosaur species demonstrates the remarkable evolutionary flexibility of these animals. It challenges our preconceptions about dinosaur limitations and highlights their ability to adapt to a wide range of ecological niches. The success of these aquatic adaptations suggests that dinosaurs were capable of rapid and significant evolutionary changes in response to environmental pressures. 14. Cradles of life, the evolution of dinosaur reproductive strategies. As we shift our focus from aquatic adaptations to terrestrial challenges, we encounter a fascinating question. How did creatures as large as modern-day whales manage to lay eggs and care for their young? The answer lies in a remarkable array of reproductive innovations that challenge our understanding of parental care in the prehistoric world. The reproductive strategies of dinosaurs were as diverse as the species themselves, each adapted to the unique challenges posed by their size, environment, and evolutionary history. Fossil evidence provides a window into this prehistoric nursery, revealing intricate nesting behaviors and parental care that rivaled and in some cases surpassed those of modern animals. One of the most striking discoveries in recent years has been the elaborate arrangement of eggs in nests belonging to small theropod dinosaurs such as Oviraptor. These nests, often containing several eggs, were not merely random accumulations, but carefully constructed cradles of life. The eggs themselves were often adorned with distinctive textures or coloration, suggesting a level of complexity in egg production that we are only beginning to understand. In contrast to their smaller cousins, the massive sauropods faced a unique set of challenges when it came to reproduction. How could an animal weighing as much as a dozen elephants safely lay and incubate eggs without crushing them? The fossil record provides intriguing answers. Evidence suggests that some of these colossal creatures adopted a communal approach to nesting, laying their eggs in shared sites that could contain dozens of eggs. This strategy likely offered increased protection against predators and may have allowed for a form of cooperative parenting, with multiple adults potentially contributing to the care and defense of the young. The eggs themselves were marvels of biological engineering, varying widely in size, shape, and composition across different dinosaur species. Theropod eggs were often relatively small and ovoid, while some hadrosaur species produced larger, more spherical eggs. The eggshells also showed remarkable variation, with some species developing thick, robust shells capable of withstanding significant pressure, while others produced thinner shells that may have allowed for greater gas exchange during incubation. Parental care among dinosaurs was far from uniform, with different species adopting strategies suited to their particular needs and capabilities. Herbivorous dinosaurs, particularly hadrosaurs and ceratopsians, have left behind evidence of well-developed nesting behaviors. Fossil discoveries indicate that these species invested significant time and energy in incubating their eggs and protecting their young after hatching, suggesting a level of parental commitment that rivals many modern birds and mammals. The reproductive strategies employed by dinosaurs also varied significantly between small and large species, reflecting their different life histories and ecological roles. Smaller dinosaur species often matured quickly and may have had shorter lifespans, potentially allowing for more frequent reproductive cycles. In contrast, the largest dinosaurs, such as the towering sauropods, experienced slower growth rates and longer lifespans. This extended developmental period likely influenced their reproductive strategies, perhaps leading to less frequent but more substantial investments in each reproductive event. The diversity of reproductive adaptations observed in the fossil record underscores the remarkable flexibility and innovation of dinosaur evolution. From the careful arrangement of eggs in oviraptor nests to the communal nesting sites of sauropods, these strategies demonstrate how dinosaurs overcame the challenges of reproduction in a world where predators were numerous and resources were often scarce. 15. Unlikely alliances, symbiotic relationships in the age of dinosaurs. In the vast tapestry of prehistoric life, a fascinating narrative emerges that challenges our understanding of dinosaur ecology. While the Mesozoic era is often portrayed as an unforgiving landscape of predator and prey, recent evidence suggests a more nuanced picture. Could cooperation, rather than conflict, have been a driving force in prehistoric ecosystems? The concept of symbiosis, where different species form close relationships for mutual benefit, was not exclusive to modern times. In fact, the age of dinosaurs may have been rife with unlikely alliances that played crucial roles in shaping the course of evolution. These partnerships, ranging from mutualistic to commensal relationships, likely contributed to the remarkable diversity and stability of Mesozoic ecosystems. One intriguing aspect of dinosaur symbiosis involves the relationship between certain dinosaur species and flowering plants. As angiosperms began to proliferate during the Cretaceous period, they may have formed mutualistic relationships with herbivorous dinosaurs. This coevolution likely influenced both the dietary adaptations of plant-eating dinosaurs and the reproductive strategies of early flowering plants. The interactions between these two groups could have accelerated the diversification of both, leading to an explosion of new species and ecological niches. Consider the potential for seed dispersal in this prehistoric landscape. Large herbivorous dinosaurs, with their vast ranges and prodigious appetites, may have acted as living transportation networks for plant seeds. As they consumed fruits and moved across different habitats, these gentle giants could have spread plant species far and wide, shaping the composition of ancient forests and grasslands. This symbiotic relationship would have benefited both the plants, which gained new territories, and the dinosaurs, which accessed diverse food sources. But the world of dinosaur symbiosis extends beyond plant-animal interactions. Evidence suggests that smaller theropods may have engaged in cleaning symbiosis with larger dinosaurs, mirroring relationships observed between modern birds and large mammals. These smaller dinosaurs could have acted as scavengers, removing parasites or leftover food from the skin and teeth of their larger counterparts. This mutually beneficial arrangement would have provided the smaller dinosaurs with a reliable food source while keeping the larger dinosaurs free from pests and potential infections. The implications of these symbiotic relationships reach far beyond individual species. They likely influenced entire evolutionary pathways, with adaptations in both groups responding to the needs and behaviors of the other. For instance, the development of specific feeding strategies in herbivorous dinosaurs may have been driven by the availability and characteristics of certain plant species. Simultaneously, plants may have evolved new defensive or attractive features in response to dinosaur feeding habits. These intricate webs of interaction contributed significantly to the overall stability and diversity of Mesozoic ecosystems. The presence of diverse plant life, supported by dinosaur-mediated seed dispersal, would have provided a robust foundation for herbivorous dinosaur populations. In turn, these herbivores influenced the populations of carnivorous dinosaurs, creating a balanced ecological framework that allowed for the coexistence of numerous species. The study of symbiotic relationships in the age of dinosaurs offers a fresh perspective on prehistoric life. It paints a picture of a world where cooperation and mutual benefit played as significant a role as competition in driving evolution. This understanding challenges us to reconsider our views of dinosaur behavior and intelligence, suggesting that these ancient creatures may have engaged in complex social and ecological interactions that rivaled those of modern animals. 16. Dinosaurs on the move. Uncovering prehistoric migration patterns. As we uncover evidence of complex social interactions among dinosaurs, a more expansive mystery emerges. Imagine herds of massive sauropods traversing vast distances, their movements shaping the very landscapes they inhabited. What drove these prehistoric pilgrimages, and how did they navigate across an ever-changing Earth? The study of dinosaur migration patterns offers a tantalizing glimpse into the dynamic lives of these ancient creatures, challenging our perceptions of their behavior and adaptability. The concept of dinosaur migration introduces a new dimension to our understanding of prehistoric ecosystems. While the idea of these ancient behemoths undertaking long journeys may seem far-fetched, recent evidence suggests that some dinosaur species engaged in seasonal movements reminiscent of modern animal migrations. These journeys likely played a crucial role in their ecology and evolution, influencing feeding patterns, breeding behaviors, and even the distribution of species across continents. However, studying migration patterns in extinct species presents significant challenges. Unlike modern animals that can be tracked and observed directly, paleontologists must rely on limited fossil evidence to piece together the movements of creatures that lived millions of years ago. This scarcity of direct evidence has long hindered our ability to confirm the existence of large-scale dinosaur migrations. Despite these obstacles, innovative research techniques are shedding new light on this fascinating aspect of dinosaur behavior. One promising avenue of investigation involves the isotopic analysis of fossilized teeth and bones. By examining the chemical composition of these remains, scientists can glean valuable information about the environments in which dinosaurs lived at different stages of their lives. Variations in isotopic signatures can indicate changes in diet or habitat, potentially revealing seasonal movements between distinct geographic areas. Fossil trackways provide another compelling line of evidence for dinosaur migration. These preserved footprints offer a snapshot of dinosaur behavior frozen in time, allowing researchers to infer patterns of movement across ancient landscapes. Some trackways suggest that groups of dinosaurs traveled together, hinting at the possibility of migratory behavior similar to that observed in modern animals. The scale and direction of these trackways can provide insights into the distances covered and the routes taken by these prehistoric travelers. But what drove dinosaurs to undertake such arduous journeys? Theories abound, with many researchers pointing to seasonal food availability as a primary motivator. As with modern migratory animals, dinosaurs may have moved to follow shifting resources, tracking abundant vegetation or prey as climate patterns change throughout the year. Additionally, the need to access suitable breeding grounds could have spurred long-distance travel, with dinosaurs potentially returning to specific nesting sites year after year. The nature of these migrations likely varied significantly between different dinosaur groups. Herbivorous species, such as hadrosaurs and sauropods, may have traveled in large herds, seeking out fresh grazing lands as seasons changed. This behavior would have allowed them to exploit a wider range of food sources and potentially avoid overgrazing in any single area. In contrast, carnivorous dinosaurs might have exhibited more solitary or pack-hunting behaviors, following the movements of their prey or seeking out new hunting grounds as food sources shifted. The changing climates and shifting continents of the Mesozoic era undoubtedly influenced dinosaur migration patterns over millions of years. As land masses drifted and collided, new migration routes opened up while others closed. Fluctuations in global temperature and precipitation patterns would have altered the distribution of vegetation, forcing herbivorous dinosaurs to adapt their migratory behaviors. These changes, in turn, would have impacted the movements of carnivorous species that depended on them for food. Evidence of migration adds a dynamic dimension to our understanding of dinosaur behavior and adaptability. It suggests that these creatures were not simply static inhabitants of their environments, but active participants in complex ecological systems. The ability to undertake long-distance journeys in search of food, mates, or more favorable conditions speaks to the remarkable resilience and adaptability of dinosaurs. Traits that likely contributed to their long reign as Earth's dominant terrestrial vertebrates. 17. Weathering the storm. Dinosaur survival strategies in changing climates. As the Mesozoic era unfolded, dinosaurs faced a world in constant flux. Over millions of years, dramatic shifts in temperature, humidity, and vegetation posed formidable challenges to these ancient creatures. The fossil record reveals a tale of remarkable resilience as dinosaurs weathered the storms of long-term climate change through a combination of behavioral and physiological adaptations. One of the most intriguing survival strategies employed by some dinosaur species was the potential for seasonal dormancy. In response to extreme environmental stresses, such as prolonged droughts or periods of intense cold, certain dinosaurs may have entered hibernation-like states. This adaptation would have allowed them to conserve energy during times of scarcity, much like some modern animals do today. While direct evidence of dinosaur hibernation remains elusive, the presence of this behavior in both ancestral and descendant lineages suggests it may have been a crucial survival tactic during climatic upheavals. Physiological changes played a pivotal role in enabling dinosaurs to cope with temperature extremes. As environments fluctuated between scorching heat and bitter cold, dinosaurs evolved specialized circulatory systems that allowed for more efficient thermoregulation. These adaptations would have been crucial for maintaining homeostasis in varying environmental conditions, allowing dinosaurs to thrive in a wide range of habitats across the globe. The changing climate also had a profound impact on the plant communities that many dinosaurs relied upon for sustenance. As the world around them transformed, herbivorous dinosaurs demonstrated remarkable dietary flexibility. Evidence suggests that these creatures altered their feeding strategies in response to shifts in vegetation. For instance, as flowering plants emerged during the late Cretaceous, herbivorous dinosaurs adapted to exploit these new food sources, developing specialized teeth and jaw structures to process the novel plant material. Isotopic analysis of fossilized remains has provided valuable insights into the diets and habitats of dinosaurs, revealing shifts in their ecological niches as they adapted to changing climatic conditions. By examining the ratios of different isotopes in dinosaur bones and teeth, scientists can reconstruct ancient food webs and track how dinosaur diets changed over time. Interestingly, variations in isotopic ratios suggest that certain species migrated to exploit different resources throughout the year, showcasing their ability to adapt their behavior to seasonal changes in their environment. The discovery of large bone beds, where numerous dinosaur skeletons have been unearthed together, provides further evidence of potential migration patterns. These accumulations likely occurred during specific events, such as droughts, when dinosaurs congregated in larger numbers. Such findings indicate that dinosaurs responded to environmental pressures by altering their movement patterns and social behaviors, potentially undertaking long-distance journeys in search of more favorable conditions. It's important to note that climate adaptations likely varied significantly between different dinosaur groups and body sizes. Smaller, more agile species may have been better equipped to quickly adjust their behaviors or ranges in response to environmental changes. In contrast, larger dinosaurs, with their longer lifespans and slower reproductive rates, may have relied more heavily on physiological adaptations to weather climatic shifts. The ability of dinosaurs to adapt to changing climates over millions of years showcases their remarkable resilience and evolutionary flexibility. These ancient creatures not only survived, but thrived through periods of significant environmental upheaval, diversifying into a wide array of species that dominated terrestrial ecosystems for over 160 million years. 18. Apex predators. The evolution of dinosaur hunting techniques. In the epic saga of dinosaur evolution, few chapters are as gripping as the rise of apex predators. These fearsome hunters, honed by millions of years of natural selection, became nature's most efficient killing machines. But what made some dinosaurs ascend to the top of the food chain? And how did their prey respond to this deadly evolutionary arms race? The Mesozoic era witnessed an extraordinary diversity of predatory dinosaurs, each facing unique evolutionary pressures. From the swift and agile velociraptor to the colossal Tyrannosaurus rex, these carnivores developed an array of hunting techniques that reshaped entire ecosystems. Their success, however, came with significant challenges. Smaller predators needed to outmaneuver their prey, while massive carnivores had to balance their enormous energy requirements with the ability to pursue and capture elusive targets. Central to the success of predatory dinosaurs was the evolution of their limb structure. Fast-running theropods, in particular, developed long, slender legs with adaptations that reduced weight and improved stride length. These modifications allowed for rapid acceleration and sustained speed, crucial advantages when pursuing prey across varied terrains. The fossil record reveals that powerful thigh muscles in theropods provided the necessary force for quick movements, enabling them to chase down prey effectively and, when necessary, evade larger predators. This muscle arrangement was optimized for speed and agility, allowing for explosive bursts of movement that could mean the difference between a successful hunt and going hungry. But speed alone was not enough to guarantee success in the prehistoric world. Sensory adaptations played a crucial role in the hunting prowess of predatory dinosaurs. Fossil evidence indicates that many theropods possessed well-developed eyesight, as suggested by their large eye sockets. This enhanced visual acuity likely allowed them to spot prey from great distances and navigate complex environments with precision. Additionally, some theropod species are believed to have had acute hearing capabilities, a trait that would have been invaluable for detecting prey and communicating with other members of their species during hunts. The combination of advanced physical traits, social behaviors, and sensory adaptations made theropods one of the most effective and versatile groups of predators in Earth's history. Their ability to adapt to various environments and prey types contributed significantly to their evolutionary success, allowing them to occupy a range of ecological niches across Mesozoic ecosystems. This versatility enabled them to thrive in diverse habitats, from dense forests to open plains, and to hunt a wide variety of prey species. As predatory dinosaurs evolved more sophisticated hunting techniques, their prey was forced to develop increasingly complex defensive strategies. This evolutionary arms race drove the development of an astonishing array of adaptations in both predator and prey species. Herbivorous dinosaurs, for instance, may have evolved elaborate horns, frills, and armor plating, not just for display, but as crucial defense mechanisms against the ever more formidable carnivores that pursued them. The fossil record also provides tantalizing hints of pack-hunting behavior in some theropod species, a strategy that would have dramatically increased their chances of successfully taking down larger prey. This social hunting behavior, if widespread, would have posed an even greater threat to herbivorous dinosaurs, potentially driving the evolution of herding behaviors and more sophisticated social structures among prey species. As we unravel the intricacies of dinosaur hunting techniques, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity of Mesozoic ecosystems. The diverse and sophisticated strategies employed by predatory dinosaurs didn't just influence their immediate prey, they shaped the very fabric of prehistoric life. From the way herbivores moved and socialized to the evolution of camouflage and defensive structures, the impact of these apex predators rippled through the ancient world. 19. Nature's armor, defensive adaptations in dinosaur species. In the epic saga of dinosaur evolution, few chapters are as captivating as the development of defensive adaptations. As predatory dinosaurs honed their lethal skills, their potential prey faced an existential crisis. Yet from this crucible of constant threat emerged some of the most remarkable adaptations in the history of life. Evolution, in its infinite wisdom, devised ingenious solutions to turn the tables on even the most formidable hunters. The Mesozoic era was a time of intense evolutionary pressure, where survival often hinged on the ability to withstand attacks from formidable predators. In response to this relentless threat, certain dinosaur lineages evolved into living fortresses, their bodies transformed into veritable arsenals of defense. Perhaps the most iconic example of this trend is found in the ceratopsians, a group that includes the well-known Triceratops. These remarkable creatures developed distinctive frills and horns that served multiple functions, including defense against predators and social display. The evolution of body armor in dinosaurs represents a fascinating journey from simple scales to complex plates and spikes. Stegosaurs, recognized for their dorsal plates and spiked tails, exemplify this trend. These features not only provided a formidable defense, but may have also played roles in thermoregulation and mating rituals. The development of such structures showcases the multifaceted nature of evolutionary adaptations, where a single feature can serve multiple purposes, enhancing an organism's overall fitness. Among the most heavily armored dinosaurs were the ankylosaurs. These living tanks developed thick, bumpy skin and clubbed tails capable of delivering powerful blows to deter even the most persistent predators. The evolution of such extreme defensive structures likely came at a cost, however. There were trade-offs between these protective adaptations and other aspects of dinosaur biology, such as speed or agility. Heavily armored dinosaurs may have sacrificed mobility for enhanced protection, a strategy that proved successful in their particular ecological niches. While some dinosaurs opted for overt displays of defensive prowess, others took a more subtle approach. Smaller or more vulnerable dinosaur species likely employed camouflage and mimicry strategies to evade predators, blending into their environments to avoid detection. This highlights the diversity of defensive adaptations in the dinosaur world, where different strategies emerged to suit various body sizes, habitats, and lifestyles. The influence of defensive adaptations extended beyond individual survival, potentially shaping social behaviors and herd dynamics in certain species. Fossil evidence suggests that some dinosaur species exhibited social behaviors such as herding, which could have been influenced by their defensive adaptations. The concept of safety in numbers may have been particularly advantageous for herbivorous dinosaurs, providing an additional layer of protection against predators. The diverse array of defensive adaptations in dinosaurs showcases the ingenuity of evolution in response to predatory pressures. From the horns of ceratopsians to the armor of ankylosaurs, from the camouflage of smaller species to the herding behaviors of larger ones, these adaptations allowed dinosaurs to thrive in a variety of ecological niches. Each innovation in defense prompted a corresponding evolution in predatory tactics, driving an evolutionary arms race that shaped the very fabric of Mesozoic ecosystems. 20. Senses sharpened, extraordinary sensory adaptations in dinosaurs. As the evolutionary arms race between predator and prey intensified during the Mesozoic era, a hidden revolution was taking place within the skulls of dinosaurs. The realm of sensory perception became a crucial battleground, shaping the way these ancient creatures interacted with their environment and each other. Recent fossil evidence hints at sensory adaptations so sophisticated that they challenge our understanding of prehistoric life and paint a picture of a world teeming with scents, sounds, and sights beyond our imagination. The sense of smell played a pivotal role in the lives of many dinosaur species. Studies of nasal cavities reveal that some dinosaurs, particularly large herbivores like hadrosaurs, possessed an acute olfactory sense. This heightened ability to detect odors would have been invaluable for locating food sources across vast landscapes and identifying potential threats from a distance. For herbivores, this meant distinguishing between nutritious plants and those that might be toxic, while carnivores could track prey over long distances. But the sensory world of dinosaurs extended far beyond smell. Fossil evidence suggests that many species possessed ear structures capable of detecting a wide range of sounds. This auditory acuity would have been critical for communication among social species, allowing them to coordinate movements, warn of danger, or attract mates. Some dinosaurs may have had hearing abilities comparable to modern birds, enabling them to perceive a rich tapestry of vocalizations and environmental sounds. For predators, keen hearing would have aided in locating prey, while for herbivores, it served as an early warning system against approaching threats. The visual capabilities of dinosaurs likely varied widely between species, adapting to their specific ecological niches. Nocturnal dinosaurs may have evolved enhanced night vision, with larger eyes and more light-sensitive retinas. This adaptation would have allowed them to navigate and hunt effectively in low-light conditions, potentially avoiding competition with diurnal species. Conversely, diurnal dinosaurs would have developed visual systems optimized for bright light, possibly including color vision to aid in food selection, mate recognition, and predator avoidance. Perhaps one of the most intriguing sensory adaptations in dinosaurs was the potential ability to detect vibrations through the ground. Some species may have possessed this extraordinary sense, akin to a prehistoric early warning system. This capability would have allowed them to sense approaching danger or prey from considerable distances, giving them a crucial edge in the unforgiving world of the Mesozoic. While direct evidence for this ability is challenging to obtain from fossils, comparisons with modern reptiles that possess similar adaptations lend credence to this hypothesis. The diversity of sensory adaptations among dinosaurs likely played a significant role in shaping their behavior and ecological roles. Species with highly developed olfactory abilities may have been more adept at locating specific food sources or detecting pheromones for mating purposes. Those with acute hearing might have developed complex vocalizations for social communication, potentially leading to more sophisticated group behaviors. Visual specialists could have evolved elaborate display features, using color and movement to communicate dominance, attraction, or warning signals. These sensory capabilities would have profoundly influenced how dinosaurs interacted with their environment and each other. For example, the ability to detect subtle changes in scent or sound could have allowed herbivores to identify optimal feeding grounds or avoid areas frequented by predators. Carnivores with keen senses would have been formidable hunters, able to track and ambush prey with remarkable precision. The interplay between different sensory adaptations likely drove the evolution of increasingly complex behaviors and ecological relationships throughout the Mesozoic era. 21. Keeping cool, staying warm. Thermoregulation in dinosaurs. As we journey deeper into the fascinating world of dinosaurs, we encounter a puzzling question that has long intrigued paleontologists. How did these magnificent creatures, some as tall as 5-story buildings, regulate their body temperature? The challenge of thermoregulation for animals of various sizes in Mesozoic climates was immense, given the dramatic fluctuations in temperature and the diverse environments they inhabited. The debate over dinosaur metabolism and body temperature regulation has been a contentious one in paleontological circles. Evidence supporting the idea of dinosaurs as warm-blooded or endothermic has come from several sources, challenging our traditional understanding of these ancient beings. One key factor is the discovery of an array of bone structures resembling those found in modern birds and mammals. These structures, such as Haversian canals, indicate a rapid growth rate and the capacity for sustained activity, traits typically associated with warm-blooded animals. Further complicating the picture, some theropod bones contain isotopes that suggest these creatures maintained a higher metabolic rate than that of cold-blooded reptiles, allowing them to thrive in various environments. Additionally, the presence of feathers in many theropod dinosaurs hints at temperature regulation mechanisms akin to those of birds. Feathers could have been used for insulation, enabling these dinosaurs to conserve heat, which is characteristic of warm-blooded animals. However, the story of dinosaur thermoregulation is far from simple. Recent findings in fossilized remains have shown that even some larger dinosaurs like the sauropods may have had adaptations to help maintain stable body temperatures, hinting that they too could exhibit warm-blooded traits. This challenges the long-held assumption that larger dinosaurs were necessarily cold-blooded due to their size. Interestingly, some scientists propose that dinosaurs may not fit neatly into either category, suggesting they were instead mesothermic, displaying physiological traits of both warm and cold-blooded species. This strategy would have allowed them to regulate their body temperatures effectively, adapting to various environmental conditions from the heat of the Jurassic to the cool of the Cretaceous. Anatomical features played a crucial role in dinosaur thermoregulation. The presence of hollow bones in some dinosaur species, similar to those in modern birds, may have contributed to weight reduction and improved mobility, which could also play a role in thermoregulation by facilitating more efficient movement and energy expenditure. Behavioral adaptations for temperature regulation in dinosaurs may have included seeking shade during the hottest parts of the day or basking in the sun to warm up. Some species may have exhibited migratory behaviors to escape extreme temperatures or seasonal changes similar to modern animals. These strategies would have allowed dinosaurs to maintain optimal body temperatures without relying solely on internal physiological mechanisms. Body size likely influenced thermoregulatory strategies in different dinosaur species. Larger dinosaurs, such as sauropods, may have developed slower metabolic rates and relied on their massive size to retain heat, a phenomenon known as gigantothermy. In contrast, smaller dinosaurs, like theropods, could have had higher metabolic rates and more active lifestyles, requiring different strategies for temperature regulation. Climate changes throughout the Mesozoic era might have driven the evolution of diverse thermoregulatory adaptations. As temperatures fluctuated, dinosaurs that could effectively manage their body temperatures would have had a survival advantage, leading to the development of various physiological and behavioral strategies. This adaptability may have contributed to the long-term success of dinosaurs as a group, allowing them to thrive in a wide range of environments over millions of years. 22. Conclusion. As we reflect on the remarkable journey of dinosaurs through the Mesozoic era, we're reminded of the incredible power of evolutionary adaptation. These ancient creatures, through millions of years of trial and error, developed a diverse array of innovations that allowed them to dominate terrestrial ecosystems for an astounding 160 million years. From their revolutionary upright posture to their specialized feeding strategies and complex social behaviors, dinosaurs exemplify the intricate relationship between form and function in the natural world. The ongoing research in paleontology continues to unveil new insights into dinosaur biology and behavior. Advanced technologies like GIS and computer tomography are revolutionizing our understanding of prehistoric life, allowing for more accurate mapping of fossil sites and non-destructive analysis of fossils. These tools are leading to groundbreaking discoveries that challenge our long-held perceptions and deepen our appreciation for these magnificent creatures. As we uncover more about dinosaurs, we gain valuable insights into the processes of adaptation and survival that continue to shape life on Earth. For those fascinated by dinosaur science and evolution, engaging with local museums and educational programs can provide a deeper understanding of paleontological research. Participating in workshops or guided tours offers a unique opportunity to connect with the ancient past and appreciate the complex tapestry of life that has unfolded over millions of years on our planet.